Good evening, everyone. I'm back. Yes. It's Saturday night again, that means you get a pub stream. Apologies for not doing it last week. Genuinely, I just fell asleep. Wasn't feeling too well to begin with, and then I thought I'll have a lie down for an hour or so. Woke up at 4 the following day. That was handy. And I have also taken down the last pub stream as well, because obviously I wasn't doing too well in that then either. However, I'm back. I'm feeling supercharged. I'm feeling fantastic. Joining me on the pub stream tonight as well, it's Blue Flip Flops. Say hello.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
I am great. Fantastic. Just sitting in my room, doing my online classes. This is a great way for me to do literally anything else, really.
So how's everything? You're just stuck in your room, you say? Sorry, that's what I meant.
Yeah, I think I've left the house 3 times in the last 5 weeks. But it's fine. I go biking sometimes. I fell last time I went biking, so I took a break. But...
Really?
Yeah, I got a really bad scrape on my knee from it, but it's fine. I am very accident prone with bikes. They don't like me very much.
I'm sorry, just everything's decided to go off then. I just heard vibrations everywhere. My phone, my tablet. Oh, what the hell was that? I think it might be YouTube letting me know I've gone live.
You're popular, Pete.
No, like I say, it's just YouTube letting me know that I've gone live. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you for telling me that I'm live.
Thank you, YouTube. Such a great pal.
So, as usual, a quick roll call in the chat. Obviously, we've got Super Flash Driver. How are you? We've got Michaela E. That's you?
That's me.
Yeah. We've got TC, Crunchy Karma, Martin H. How is everyone doing? How are you? How are you in the chat? Holding up. Is everything all right? And what have you been up to during this period of slightly forced quarantine?
Yep. Oh, we have Arms Killer in the chat. Hello.
Hello there, Poshington. Poshington Jones. Yeah. Poshington Jones. Duck Dog Peter is as popular as the dose of the clap. Well, if you've ever been on a night out in Manchester, they seem to be rather popular. All I'm saying. That doesn't sound too good, does it? Actually. Kamaru.
Opinionated Scotsman says walking lots and lots of walking. Yep, totally get that.
That's one hell of a typo, to be fair, Scotsman. Martin's retracted his message for some reason, and Arms Killer suck pleb. So
he retracted his message again.
So yes, tonight there's no agenda, there's no topic to be discussed. We're just going to see what comes up, and then in about an hour, based on what me and Blue Flip Flops, or Michaela, if you like, it's actually probably going to be easy. Yeah, I was going to say it's going to be easier for me to call you Michaela, and if you prefer that, I will.
Yeah, just go ahead.
Yeah. Anything that comes up in our conversation, we'll get you on. Same format as always, though. We'll get 1 or maybe 2 people in at a time, and we'll discuss then. We'll discuss things. We'll discuss whatever. Does
Martin H. asked if I was a Red Dwarf fan. I don't actually know a lot about Red Dwarf. I think I watched one episode. It's funny though.
You've watched more than one episode though. We did. I think we managed. What, three at least? We managed to watch
Oh,
in that.
three.
Yeah.
Actually, you're right. Three.
Yeah.
Three. It was funny. It was funny, but I unfortunately don't know a lot about it.
Scotsman points out it's like a normal pub. Yes. Yes. We'll just get you in one at a time. One or two at a time. Yeah, like a pub.
Yep. Just like a pub.
Inked and pricked. Hand up. Sorry, are you... Where are you telling me to put my hand up, Inked? Because we've had this discussion before. I'm not wearing you like a glove puppet. I can't do your voice for a start.
Oh no, I'm not British, Martin. No. I am Filipino, but living in America for like 3 years. So, weird mix there.
That's actually a good point because right, you have been on the pub streams before, Michaela, but for those in the chat who probably don't know you or know who you are, just tell us a bit more about yourself. What is it you do and that kind of thing.
Okay, sure. So I am Pete's patron and friend, and I've shown up a couple of times for some general pub streaminess, but I've never been a co-host before. I have a SoundCloud. Most of my work is on SoundCloud at Happy Ukulele, capital H, capital U, all in one word. So that's what I do, and I do a lot of ukulele covers, and an occasional podcast where I jabber on for like 10 minutes about nothing.
Ah, that's good. And the ukulele covers are actually really good, to be fair.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Martin said something in Filipino. Magandang gabi. Magandang gabi. I don't know if it's night yet, actually. Is it night for you there, Martin?
It would be because well, Martin's in like me is in Manchester, so it's 9 at night.
Right. Yeah, it's 4 p.m. where I am. But yeah, magandang gabi means good evening, or yeah, good evening. We don't really have a word for good night.
that must have made the Truman Show awful to dub.
I would think so, yeah.
And if I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good evening.
Oh, Noelani Ellis, thank you so much for So yeah, it's normally just stuff that I feel like covering.
I'm just grabbing your link now. Actually, I've just opened.
Oh, okay.
I've just opened SoundCloud. Give me a sec.
Yeah. Pete, you have a SoundCloud too, right?
I do. Yes. It's linked. Actually, I've not hyperlinked it in this stream or on my channel, but I'm gonna get round to that. Just let me find yours first.
Thank you very much.
That's quite all right.
I just did some plug-in for you. People know you have a SoundCloud now.
Yes, on the SoundCloud at the moment, it's just audio-only versions of some of my narration videos. There you go. There's Michaela's SoundCloud in the chat.
You know, I don't know why it... You know, actually, I do know why it says Person McPerson in the link. Because that's the name I put on my email.
There's got to be a way to change...
Decided.
Yeah, there's got to be a way to make that link easier to share and type, because I keep having to go and copy and paste it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why it continues to put my email there. And everyone thinks it's the links for a profile called Person McPerson, but it says Happy Ukulele when you click on it. It's really weird. SoundCloud's weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Duck Dog says Tagalog. Yeah, Tagalog. Though I do know some Cebuano too, but I'm not as good. I'm not as good at that, even though I lived in Cebu for 10 years. 10, 15 years.
And how did that go?
I mean... I would just speak in English, and everyone would think I was born in America.
That's yeah, yeah. Well, that's one thing. Well, it's like was it you guys I told the other night? I used to live in Italy, and obviously, oh shit! Hang on, donation. I've just seen what it is as well. Hold on. Yes, and thank you, Inked. I've actually got a pen and paper with me this time to remind me to re-edit that donation alert. It goes on for slightly too long. I've just realised, but yes, thank you, Inked, for the £3.34 donation. Just altering the bar and evening it out. She's got a like OCD style thing. If she sees a donation bar and it's like a couple of pence off or something like that, she'll
right. She'll
that.
even it out for us.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Some of my rather nasty viewers the other week nearly bankrupted her.
God.
Just donating deliberately odd amounts.
I'm so sorry. And
No.
there's odd amounts too. Odd numbers too.
Yeah. But yeah, so thank you very much for that, Ink. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, yeah. I used to go to. Well, I lived in Italy when I was a kid, and obviously I'm a native English speaker.
Right. Yeah.
You know, born in England, mostly brought up in England, apart from that brief 2 years or so.
Yeah.
But I ended up going to school, and the weird dichotomy I found was when I was in when I was at school, right? Obviously, we had different teachers for different lessons, as you do in schools.
Right.
But my at the time, well, this specific school taught English in the same way that we teach French.
Mm-hmm.
Right? My English teacher, now obviously she could do her job. And that was fine.
Yeah.
But it was my maths teacher, actually, who was a native English speaker. And oddly, as I've grown up, I've discovered I actually can't do maths. So, make of that what you will.
Something went wrong with the staffing there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Ink pointing out they don't bankrupt me, they give me hives.
Oh jeez. But yeah, I actually grew up speaking Filipino, Tagalog first. Filipino or Tagalog. I use them interchangeably, even though other Filipinos get offended when you do that. But it's like, who cares? It's pretty much the same thing. And I was actually a little fluent when I was like 4, before I knew English. But then my mom taught me English, and everything else got drowned out because she could only speak English well.
Right.
So that darn Western culture got infiltrated into my.
Damn it! You've been
system.
westernized.
Yep, and now just like when America came in with all those English teachers on that boat and taught everyone English. Yeah, they were called Thomasites because they were on the USS Thomas. A little bit of history for you.
Oh.
Yeah. The teachers were named after a boat.
I thought Thomas was a train.
Okay, they can be named after a train too.
Opinionated Scotsman points out dyscalculate. Yes, that's right. Yeah.
What is that?
It's numeric dyslexia, basically.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I know
And
there was specific forms for numbers.
yeah, with it's in the names. Dyslexia It's got lex, which is the Latin root of lexicon, i.e. words and letters, and calcula, obviously, it's numbers.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. Should put that in together. But yeah.
And to answer Martin in the chat, the best Jim Carrey film. Actually, genuinely, I mentioned it a moment ago, but I do think it is The Truman Show. I really like The Truman Show.
I hear good things about it. I haven't watched it.
Have you not? Bloody hell.
No.
Right.
I live under a rock with so many films, so many songs, so many actors, really.
Right, that's getting written down as well. The Truman Show. We are watching that at some point as some sort of patron thing. We are sitting down and watching The Truman Show.
Thank you.
But there's a couple of... Well, because obviously Jim Carrey's known for like these wacky, off the wall, very loud kind of characters and things like that, isn't he?
That's the only thing I know him for, is that he makes a lot of exaggerated facial expressions and screams very well.
But the truth is, though, he's actually a very, very good actor in his own right. The Truman Show is a massive,
really
big,
artistic?
Yeah. He's a bit of a he's a bit of a lefty communist, but apart from that, he's really good as an actor. Like the Truman Show, Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind. I don't know if you've seen that one.
That's familiar.
He plays a guy who breaks up with his girlfriend, and to be fair, he was going out with Kate Winslet. So the rest of the film kind of makes sense that he... Oh, hang on a sec. Donation again. And it's one of the really long ones, so just bear with me.
Holy fuck. Just tipped.
Thank you, Holy Fuck, for the £1.88 donation.
Oh man, that's a good reference. That's a good reference to the to that news report about
yes, the bang ding ow, we too low thing.
We too low.
Yeah.
Something wrong. Oh, Martin H asked who mentioned ukulele. I did when I was plugging myself.
Yeah. In fact, I've still got your SoundCloud page in the thing. So there it is again in the chat. Yeah, there it is again in the chat. In fact, do you know what? So I don't lose it, I will just paste it onto this notepad I've got here. There we go.
Awesome, thank you.
But what we were saying? Yeah, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. The basic premise of it is Jim Carrey plays a guy who goes through a bad breakup with Kate Winslet and can't get over her. The point I was making is it's Kate Winslet. I can't see anybody getting over that quickly. But he goes to this kind of like fringe science company where they claim to be able to erase your memories. And he buys into that, and it goes wrong. It's a really, really good film, really interesting as well.
Should look into more movies. I don't watch a lot of movies. But when I do, I have a good time. I don't know why I don't do that more. Even movies I don't think I'll enjoy, I end up liking. And
hold on, donation.
Mr. Scott.
Oh yeah. Thank you very much, Mr. Scott, for the £1 donation. It's nice to see you donating in actual currency for a change, because my abiding memory of this is that you tend to donate in Canadian dollars. But thank you very much there, mate. So, go on, carry on. You were saying.
Oh, I just said I was just saying that I don't think I should probably watch more movies. Wait, was the donation music disgustingly happy? Because I think that's what Martin H is referring to.
No, it was the right. It was the very start of Pink Floyd's Money.
Ah.
It's the like sound thing. Sorry, I explained it on Twitch the other night. I explain it here as well. That same donation noise used to be that the same song, the same bit, but after the bass had kicked in. So you get the doom doom doo doom doom doo 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 thing. But
okay.
When I sort of had a bit of a shake up and a bit of a change around of my donation things, I thought I'll make a new. I'll sort of alter it slightly so it's just the noise of. So it's just the like beats of the money, which they have, because the time is kept by like the beats of like each different form of like money dropping somewhere is one beat of the bar.
Right.
So I moved that, but it didn't go on for long enough, so I doubled it up and then doubled it up again, thinking, right, that'll work, that'll be fine. Until it actually happens on a stream. And then, no, it is far too fucking long.
Oh, Martin H. Somebody covered Sister Scissors. Yeah, I did cover Sister Scissors on my very first album of SoundCloud. That's what you're talking about, yeah. And that's actually my most popular song on SoundCloud. For some reason, that one song is what brought me up to 30,000 listens, 35,000 listens.
Nora, Jesus Christ!
I know. Over the course of 2 years, too. I'm a little amazed. That's how.
Oh shit! Sorry, donation.
I like this notification.
Sorry, donation, and it wasn't that one. It was the really fucking loud one. Thank you very much, Pumpkin Trucker, for the £6.66 donation. And Cryptic once again with the £1.
Awesome.
I'm seriously hoping that I don't end up getting a copyright strike from Pink Floyd for having changed this now. Because that's why I changed it, because I used the bass riff. Originally I thought, well, do you know what, if enough people donate one night, I'm going to end up with a copyright strike or something. So I changed it to the bit that doesn't have the bass riff in there. And it's just occurred to me, hang on, it could still happen though. You know what YouTube's like.
I do.
But yeah,
wonderful YouTube, this wonderful platform that we are on.
Yes. Thank you very much, Pumpkin Trucker and Cryptic.
Thank you.
I genuinely thought as well, the donation Pumpkin did, I genuinely thought that would be a nice little gotcha joke to win, until I remembered it's still fucking loud for me. Because the £6.66 donation used to be the same image, like this horrifying creature appears on screen.
Oh my god.
With a little party hat on as well, just to make it cute.
Just a little smidgen of cute in there.
But the noise is just outright a scream. And then I thought, no. And Trucker and Mr. Misanthropic just kept donating that amount whilst I was playing games, and it would scare the shit out of me. So I thought I'll change it to a different song, just for a joke. And then kind of, well, I made a reference to the fact that it's still a bit loud, but didn't realise quite how loud it was until the first time Trucker did it.
Oh no.
Because, right, you can't hear it, so when I do go like, oh shit, or hang on, donation, you can't hear it, but they can hear it on the stream, so that's why...
Yeah, I have the stream on.
Yeah. That's why I say, hang on a sec, don't talk, they won't hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because sometimes I did hear that. though. I did hear that one, but through your microphone. So
I'm wearing headphones. That's how loud it is. I'm wearing headphones, and you heard it. But either way. Oh, and there we go again. Hang on. Donation.
And it helps that I'm a perv.
Thank you very much again, Pumpkin, for the £6.66, and it helps that, well, his messages, and it helps that I'm a perv. Thank you.
That's amazing.
And Cryptic again, just to even it out. I think Cryptic is doing Inked a favour tonight.
Oh, that's nice.
Actually, not quite. That's not really working. It's not. Thank you very much, Cryptic, for the £1.46. Thank you very much, mate.
No, it's 58.66.
Yep.
The Get Me Pissed Fund. I just realized that's what that said.
Yeah, I forgot to change that, actually. I did just... Because that's... When I changed everything around, I changed all of like the words that appear on screen as well. I just forgot about that one.
I think it works in the context of a pub stream, though. It's totally fine.
Yeah, it's just I don't want it to give off the impression that all I'm doing with this money is spending it on beer, that's all. And I believe Charlie's tried to join, because I've just seen her flashing up in OBS.
Charlie's here, yeah. Hi, Charlie.
Hello, Charlie.
Spending money on me. What's this about beer?
How's it going? Charlie, just like all of my mods, are the only ones who have... I think that might have been the issue we were having before, Michaela. Might be donation. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, I think... Oh, Jesus. And another one is... Right.
Oh no, what happened?
I've just had 2 donations on the trot, and they were both under £5, so they were both that ridiculously long Pink Floyd one. Hello, Eden. Hello, Charlie. How are you? She's gone again. But I was just explaining, Charlie, just like all of the mods on my Discord, are the only ones who have the power to go directly into this voice chat without having to wait in the... Oh, right. No, sorry. I've just had a text from Charlie. I know where she's gone now.
Oh, Martin says, I will just say Peter, wonderful guest, is a little low on the audio. Aw, thank you.
Right.
Maybe I'm just not speaking loud enough, because I might be mumbling. Is this better?
Hopefully, because... Right, hang on. Hopefully, because there isn't really much further I can bring the bar for you guys up without making things like the donations even louder.
I wouldn't want to do that to you.
Because... Oh, hang on. Donation.
Charlie's still here, Eden. She's just muted for a little bit. She'll be back.
Yeah. She's just muted for a little bit. Right, okay, done. Sorry about that.
No worries. Look at
Pete
you.
is usually louder. Yeah, it's just because of the way I've been doing the pub streams now, i.e. through Discord, the volume kind of needs leveling, which means my microphone is now lower even than everything else. It's just because I know I can physically move closer to my microphone and talk like this to increase the volume if I need to. It's just, hang on a sec. Donation. I suspect I know who this donation is from, so I'm going to read it and then deliberately mispronounce it, because the last time I did it, they sent me a DM on Twitter, whinging at me for mispronouncing their joke name. So it's Arneshes. Is it? Is it Arneshes? Yeah? Duck dog? Sorry, not to call you out.
Oh, hello, random goon.
Hey, Gooner. How's it going? Right, what were we saying?
You know, it's kind of lost on me. Charlie's unmuted now. Hi, Charlie.
Hello.
Charlie, how are you, sweetheart?
Tired.
Tired.
Bed.
You cut off then. Did you just say the word bed and then stop talking, or did you actually cut off?
Yeah, I think she just said bed.
Bed.
Not everyone. No, I'll stay for a bit, but then bed.
Then bed.
Fair enough.
No worries.
I'm finishing my Taronde Whisperwind plush so I can move on to my Vault Boy.
That's looking really good, by the way. I saw, obviously, you sent me the picture of it yesterday. It is, and Eden in the chat, squeeing over Charlie.
Yay, Charlie's here.
I am the best.
Yes, you are. Yes,
Thank
you are,
you.
Charlie. By the way, I love all the pictures that you have on Instagram for your little plushes. They're really cute.
Hold on, donation.
I won't talk too much about it though, because Peter gets salty when I talk about my ex's stuff.
No, I don't get No, I didn't get No, Charlie, I didn't get salty about that. It's a good job tonight has no agenda and no actual topic to be discussed. What I meant, Charlie, was there was 2 times you came into this stream and literally just shilled your Etsy and then fucked off. That's all you said.
I do that to everyone. I'm busy trying to keep people alive. I don't have time to talk to people. I shield my Etsy and I fuck off because that's all I'm doing.
Just really quickly, thank you, Cryptic, for the £1.21 donation.
Duck Dog says Charlie wants Charlie wants to go to bed with all of us. Yeah.
Ooh,
Sure.
no. I keep sleeping with other people in the bed. Like I love sleeping alone. I do not enjoy sleeping with other people.
You have one of those.
It's not entirely true, though, is it, Charlie?
Yeah, it is. Pete's like, oh, I want to cuddle and sleep, and I'm like, could you like move because you're an inch too close to me? Like, I don't care. I understand how people can fall asleep in their partner's arms. I feel suffocated. I feel threatened, and I'm like, oh. Like I'm so used to the edge of my own bed that even if I'm in a double, because I don't like having anything touching me, not even the. So like even when we like got into like the hotel double bed, I'm like falling off the edge of the bed because I'm so used to just nothing be near me. I need to have personal space while I'm vulnerable. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
There's probably some trauma that explains it, but we won't go into that today.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I'd be one of those people who want to be suffocated by another person.
Charlie, were you the kid the little one? Oh, hang on, donation. I'm really going to have to change that. I am really going to have to change that. It's still going!
I hear
Right.
it, thank God.
No. You guys won't be able to hear it in the voice chat because you're just in a voice chat on Discord with me. On the stream, however, they can't hear you.
Wait, they can't hear me.
They can't hear you or anything else whilst it's playing.
Oh.
It's
James R.A. Woodwright says, "Hi everybody."
Hey!
Hi everyone, back from family gathering.
Hey James, nice to see you again.
So,
I-
what are you doing?
I was just about to ask Charlie. You know the old kids' nursery rhyme. You know, there were 5 in the bed, and the little one said, "Roll over."
I think somebody.
Were
has
you
that.
the little one?
This is creepy because I think my ex from Denton also asked me that, and you're around that area. You're not in it, but just 2 people from around the Manchester area who I've dated have asked me about that. It's very weird.
I can hear my family downstairs. Let's hope I can stay here without the interruptions.
And both of you are horrific snorers as well, so I'm starting to think you're the same person. You just aged up and dropped a lot of weight, no offense.
Charlie, you snore as well.
Yeah, but I don't sound like a foghorn.
You do, actually.
No, I don't.
You do. You don't know because you're asleep when you do it, you clown.
I've never snored so loud I've woken myself up. You have.
Arms Killer says, "And Pink Floyd is officially ruined, and I haven't heard any of your stuff."
Oh. And,
Oh.
yeah. And, James, no, it's perfectly fine, mate. Don't worry.
Yeah, Peter has in fact snored on several occasions so loudly you woke yourself up. You were like, "Oh Jesus," and then you went back to sleep.
Bleh.
Martin says, "Can't hear Charlie."
Charlie is very quiet, but she's boosted up to the max, so anything else that's down to her, unfortunately.
That's down to me because I'm on my phone, so you're just gonna have to pay
Right.
attention to me because I'm obviously the most important person in this chat right now.
Also, Martin H says, "I work with some Filipino colleagues at work. I have never seen since a dedicated workforce in the Filipinos, and that's not a joke. I'm being sincere." Aw,
Oh.
it's very sweet. Aw, thank you.
Also, you've never seen so much rice in your life.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Never seen so much in your life. Yeah,
Eat that shit with every meal. Sorry, I cursed. Oh no. We eat that stuff with every meal.
Scotsman, Pete fell asleep on stream once. He was miles away from his bike. I could still hear him snore. Alright, slight exaggeration. I wasn't miles away. I was probably about 8 feet away.
I snore too. That makes you feel any better.
It does. It does.
Good.
Anyway. So, what else? Right. Whilst we've got Charlie on, what else have you got planned, sweetheart? I say whilst we've got Charlie on, she then vanishes.
Oh,
Can you hear
Charlie?
me?
There we go.
I've been yelling, "Can you hear me?" Because I turned auto sensitivity off, but apparently it muted me.
Oh yeah, I think that does that.
But basically, one thing I was actually going to say is something I forgot that happened that I've just remembered is that you actually, in your sleep, asked where you were, quite panicked, and you were like, you weren't sat up, but you were starting to sit up. You went, "Where am I?" And then you just fell back down. I must have blocked that from my memory because it was actually kind of creepy. Because I just checked my phone, and from the corner of my eye, I just see you slowly rise up, and I was like, "Oh fuck, he's possessed."
Oh, I had to pick another possessed one.
Arms Killer says, "If it makes you feel any better, Peter Alvin, still the best stream you've ever done."
Oh, yeah, the sleepy stream. The one I fell asleep
The
on. Yeah.
sleepy stream.
Well, you asked me if I've got anything on. No, not at all. No plans.
No.
I had a videos planned. Like my next video was supposed. Well, my next video is the social repos video, but I got angry at Amber.
Oh, that guy.
I was like, guys, don't worry. After the social repost video, I'm gonna do some nice, fun, happy stuff. We're gonna, because I did a video on reading werewolf fan fiction or like novels. That Facebook recommending me. Is anyone else getting that, or is it just me? Because I keep getting like these strange Wattpad, Amazon stories being recommended to me, like the mute mate, or like you know. Like something,
Or it's he is the alpha and she is the omega. That's yeah.
Why is there a trend of all of these women in these stories being mute? Like nothing against mute people, but I don't understand. It's always.
I think it adds an aesthetic to a lot of people. It's like it's used as a romanticized plot tool.
It's also
Very
because
interesting.
women should be seen and not heard. I'm joking. That's a joke.
You really picked the wrong woman for that. I can't stop rambling when I'm awake. But you don't start until you fall asleep. Asking bloody what is YouTube. Like still on that though, because I've heard quite amazing things possible in that somebody could say in their unconscious. But he was very fixated on the fact that what someone's URL on YouTube had changed. That's why I think people take a break. Because you said in your sleep, that's not even his YouTube URL anymore. That's like who? And you were like,
Pumpkin Trucker asks, so is it wrong that I'm actually hoping to get the boogie woogie just for a damn day off?
yeah.
I completely sympathize with that feeling, because I know it's very hard for a lot of workers right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've had 6 deaths in the last week, so I wouldn't really.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. Yeah, 'cause I work my studies, my major currently is mental health, and we've been focusing a lot on COVID-19 on the boogie woogie as our study as our study right now, because everything else has been halted apparently. Yeah, so this week we're looking at the economic aspect and
Well, everything's.
how everything's fucked.
Just the economic aspect. You turn up to a class one day and then they just pull down a big board. Just everything's on fire.
Yes, no, everything's on fire. It's gonna be terrible. The only one who might survive is Denmark, and we're not even sure about those people.
Who are the Danish? Who are they?
To be fair, out of all of the countries I've heard of, I've not heard a peep out of Denmark. Isn't that a bit creepy? Told it and not told anyone. Like Scandinavia has been unusually quiet in these times.
Also, Switzerland. Switzerland's been very quiet.
That entire area just nope. We're okay. Well, maybe we're just focusing on Italy and France and the US and Spain and that, but I swear down, not a peep out of those guys.
Opinionated Scotsman says if women had a mute or pause button, life would be much easier.
I could say the same for you, Scotsman.
Well, actually, I think
you can...
Charlie, I think everyone could say the same. If Opinionated Scotsman had a mute or off button, we'd all be happier.
Oh, I missed one. Random Goose says you can never shut up a washing machine. It's on, Peter.
No, true.
Oh, what? You genuinely cut off for me.
You did a little bit, but I managed to work it out.
I don't know what she said. What did she say?
I said, Random Goon said you can never shut up a washing machine when it's on, Peter.
I don't get.
A washing machine, a dishwasher.
What's that got to do?
It's comparing women to white goods.
I'm confused.
There it is, the famous quote.
I do actually have that as a clip.
Elwin says breakfast foods. Danish.
Danish.
Danish. Switzerland's always quiet. Yes, they are arms killed.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Very neutral country.
Superior healthcare system that's just pushing them through it.
Jay Nate Scott says Denmark are about to reopen their schools. Are they? Not know that.
I swear that we should just all take notes. Like, I genuinely believe they're superior human beings at this point.
A random quarantine box says, to be fair, unless you live near Scotsman, you do have a mute button.
I know, I use it I'm joking.
Trucker Matt says, a woman who uses the clothes washer's spin cycle to get off. Lesbian?
To sit on a washing machine or a dishwasher or a tumble dryer in such a way, wouldn't that be uncomfortable? Like, I don't get it.
I don't know.
I've never tried, to be fair, but like,
I've never tried it.
kind of lean forward a bit, and wouldn't that nearly make you fall off of it? Like, I don't get it. I'm sorry if I've ruined anyone's porn fantasies.
And just really quickly, Inkton Prick says Goon says that, but isn't impressed when I fall asleep on the phone to him. Ooh. Also, that is a very appealing donation bar. £69.69.
Oh, are we?
That's what I'm at the
yes.
moment. Yeah.
I feel so honored to be here during this moment.
That's quite alright. Financially, actually, weirdly, this stream has done much better than any streams I've done in the last 3 months. What was it? Oh, that was the other thing. Martin, remember the race to 100 subs between Peter and Scotsman? I wish there was another cool contest like this. It'd be fun to do, Martin. The only problem is, firstly, there'd be no competition now. It would literally just be just asking what embarrassing thing can I ask Scotsman to do. Secondly, it's not really worth it now, unless it is like the first to 1,000. But I don't see my channel getting there anytime sort of really massively soon. Anyway.
That must be sad for you.
Well, Charlie, it's because I don't drama bait.
I know. How fucking dare you?
It's because I will only address drama if I really need to.
Well then.
Oh, Pete, I never asked you what the rule is for wearing. Are we allowed to?
So, swear as much as you want. Swear as much as you want, but don't. In short, don't be a cunt about it.
Awesome.
What do you think I've been doing this entire stream? Like...
I know, but I just wanted to ask.
Michaela, did you see my Twitter the other day?
I think I did, but
I'm still a bit at a loss. I won't. If it's about the dissocial DID thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm at a loss.
Yeah. I'm very sorry. I know that must be very frustrating.
In the year of our Lord, 2020, I had to explain to people why drawing inappropriate pictures of cartoon children is wrong.
Yeah.
And they still disagree.
Oh, Green Thunder the Mighty is here.
Hey. Hello. Hello, Green. Just as a quick note as well, just in case anyone was getting a little bit worried, we are going to open the lines up in roughly around 20-25 minutes or so. We'll start getting people in Like, one at a time at first, and then maybe we'll push the boat out and have two of you one at a time. But yeah. So if you do want to come on in roughly around 20-25 minutes, if you hop into backstage on my Discord, we'll get you in. We'll have a chat for 15-20 minutes or so.
Duck Dog says, I want to see inappropriate drawings of Charlie.
Duck Dog. Duck Dog.
There's pictures of my.
I've called you out for this on Twitter before.
But there's inappropriate pictures of my cleavage on my creative pages. You know, you can find them there.
Yeah.
Martin H says, where's Blind Girl tonight? She
Well, Blind Girl's got her kid right now, so she might be along later.
And Random Goon says to Charlie, get it right, it's the year of our Lemmy. Tut tut.
No. It's the year of Patrick Stump, our Lord and Saviour.
And hello, Mr. Misanthropic.
Hello.
Mr. Misanthropic, friend of the channel, which is just as well because he hasn't got any in real life. I'm kidding. Although, like I said on Blind Girl stream last night, he could easily be voiced by Gilbert Gottfried.
I don't know who that is.
Yargo from
Dude with
Aladdin.
a really hoarse voice, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who?
Right, you've seen Disney's Aladdin, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yargo in that. Hello!
The parrot.
Oh!
I don't think anyone remembers the name of the parrot. They just remember.
Why
the
not?
parrot.
Why not? Gilbert Gottfried is fucking hilarious. Have you seen the video of him reading extracts from 50 Shades of Grey?
Yeah, yeah. I have seen that. Oh, Random Goon says, I'll be back in a bit. Might jump on backstage. See you guys in a bit either way.
Alright, cool,
Alright.
Goon.
See
Cool.
ya.
And he brought the riding crop up between my legs.
Can't believe sex with this person.
Mr. Misanthropic says, I know I'm backed up from allergies, but I'm not.
Oh, I've just remembered. I only saw this the other day, but Martin has literally just mentioned it just as I was about to. Gilbert Gottfried did a episode of The Angry Video Game Nerd recently.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, interestingness. Hello.
Hello, interestingness.
I love the name.
But yeah, I missed it when it first came out, but I did a bit of a marathon catch up the other week of AVGN that I've not seen. And yeah, Gilbert Gottfried. He got Macaulay Culkin as well in one.
Really?
He did a video reviewing the old Home Alone games
Oh, okay.
and got Macaulay Culkin in.
Games.
Oh yeah, yeah, Charlie. I keep forgetting you were born after the dearth of terrible licensed games.
I mean, so was I, but...
Yeah, no, there are some horrible, really bad licensed games from weirdly properties that you wouldn't think would require a video game tie-in.
Right. Mr.
Home Alone.
Misanthropic says, Gilbert Gottfried's Aristocrats bit is one of the funniest things on the planet.
Yes.
I'm
If
unfortunately not aware of that one.
do you know what the Aristocrats thing is?
Maybe. I might... It's ringing a bell.
All right. The Aristocrats is a joke. right?
Ah.
It's a joke told between comedians. And it's the world's most expandable and changeable joke ever.
Ah, okay.
The basic premise is a family goes into a talent agent's office, right, to promote their their act, if you like. It can be a circus act, it can be anything, just something to get signed up. Now, the premise of the Aristocrats joke is you make it as sick and disgusting as you can.
Ah.
Because the punchline of it is, oh, and what is it you call yourselves? The Aristocrats.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Well, because it's supposed to be like a punching upward joke. Yeah, this is what the Aristocrats are like. But the way... there's a whole film, not just about this joke that gets told between comedians, but it's got loads of comedians in there telling their versions of that joke. And some of them are fucking disgusting. And Gilbert Gottfried's is brilliant. It is. But there's in that film there's Gilbert Gottfried, there's Penn Jillette, from Penn and Teller.
Ah, okay.
Jerry Seinfeld, Larry David. It's a newer film than I thought it was the first time I saw it. Because it's filmed in like a documentary style, where it's just people talking to the camera.
Oh, okay.
And for some reason they seem to have used some sort of filter which makes it look like it was filmed in the mid-90s. But no, it's from like the mid-2000s, late 2000s.
Got you. Sorry, I'm...
But yeah, seriously, look it up, The Aristocrats. It's a really, really funny film.
Taylor, you sound like me during most of our conversation. Like, yeah, right, okay.
Because I'm listening. I also don't know much about it, so I can't really contribute. I just want to learn.
And
Also,
and that's it. Yeah, Doug, the film was produced by Penn Jillette as well.
Oh, if you hear lawnmower noises on my end, that father decided this would be a wonderful time to mow the lawn outside.
It always happens. It always happens. I was trying to record before, and I opened my window because it's still ridiculously stuffy in here, even in the afternoon. So I opened my window, and then my dad went outside and started building something. I was like, "Oh, fucking cheers!"
Duck Dog asked, gin and tonic or whiskey?
Gin and tonic or whiskey?
Yeah.
Whiskey.
I don't drink alcohol.
I don't and probably shouldn't and can't drink alcohol.
Alcohol takes piss. Really, really acidic, strong piss.
Whatever alcohol I have drunk in the past has been like a margarita from my mom.
I like Corn Star martinis, and those are like the weakest shit in the world.
Sorry, PM. I think I interrupted.
No, it's fine.
Dad building.
No, it's fine. Oh no, he was like repairing one of his like garden things because he grows like herbs and things like that. Not herb, but he grows like thyme and things like that.
Got you.
And he has them in like little units that he's built himself, and he was just like repairing and maintaining them earlier.
Trucker asked, did you time him out?
No. Not timed you out, mate. No one's been timed out tonight.
I didn't do anything. I've been sewing. Don't blame me.
But just to address Skittles, just had a thought. I'm going to stop doing that as well, because that's 3 times I've done that now. Somebody in the chat has given me an idea, and I've gone to write it down on a piece of paper, and instead of writing the idea down, I've just written the name down of the person who gave me the idea.
And you have to go back and ask them, what was that amazing idea you told me about a couple streams ago?
I did it before. I've got inked written on my piece of paper here, and I'm like, I can't remember why now. But right, hang on.
Trucker says I can't talk in the chat. The other me.
Well, there's one of you in the chat, so that's fine. But no, you haven't been timed out. Weird, though.
That is weird. Might be a YouTube glitch.
Yeah,
Lots
YouTube
of
being a bit
those.
weird.
Yeah. Duck Dog says, thinking of Charlie suing, my dog will claim Mr. Peepers.
Oh, right. Oh, yes. Yes. Duck Dog is who bought Mr. Peepers. Charlie.
Ah,
You know,
assuming.
the duck hunt dog. Oh, hold on. Donation.
Did you solve the Red Dwarf Twitter codes yet?
No one would have heard anyone talking over that, because that was obnoxious. But that's staying because it's short. Thank you very much, Martin, for the £5 donation, who asks, did you solve the Red Dwarf codes? Yes, solved all of them, and the ones that didn't make sense to me last week, now I've seen the special, do make sense.
Cheated.
Well, no, I solved them all. No, I solved them all myself, actually. It's just I couldn't work out what any of them meant, and then they revealed that, yeah, thank you for cracking these codes. It's all leading up to us putting up the first 5 minutes of the special. But now I've seen the special, I'm like, oh, I get why the one for Cat was Parachute, or why the one for Rimmer was Diamond. I understand it now. And I was wrong about the Crichton one. The Crichton one wasn't referring to the fact that he's a service mechanoid. It was the fact that Crichton needed a service. I'm going to say another donation. Thank you very much, Inked, for the £5.31 donation. I assume that was just to level the bar back. I didn't actually see them if there was a message that time. If there was, just DM it me.
Oh no.
Service was actually mentioned 4 times, because I think they gave up on the binary code on the edge of it. And they just put the same binary code on the edge of the poster each day. Because, just to explain, last week I did a short series about a ARG, if you like, that the Dave Twitter feed was running, where they'd post a video which had a special message from one of the characters from Red Dwarf, followed by some Morse code. Now, when you translate the Morse code, it translated into more Morse code, actually, which then translated into a word. Now, the way they did it, each character had a specific word. So, day 1 you had cat, and his word was parachute. Day 2 you had Crichton, his word was service. Day 3 was Rimmer, and his word was diamond. And then day 4 was Lister with cloister. And day 5 they brought Crichton back, which was a shame because everyone knew Holly. Everyone knew they brought Holly back in for this special. They could have got in to do one as well. That's the only disappointment with the whole thing. They could have got in to do one of them. But no, they went back to Crichton, and his one was Unlock, which then revealed that, you know, Unlock, here's the first
Unlocked.
5 minutes. Yeah, here's the first 5 minutes of the, essentially, Red Dwarf the movie they've now made.
Got you.
Yeah, because it was a, in terms of actual, without adverts, it's like an hour and a half special. That was on the other night, and it's fucking good. Without, because obviously I'm going to do a video about it, so without talking about it too much. Yeah, without talking about it too much, I really, really enjoyed it.
That's good to know.
And like I said on Twitter, it did make me sort of reconsider what I said in one of my videos about Red Dwarf and CGI. Because my opinion was Red Dwarf has never sort of needed or valued from having model effects as well.
I think CGI when done right.
Yeah. It was all based on the 2009 special was just CGI central. It was like, you know, we've found a new broadcaster, somebody else who'll pay us to make some Red Dwarf, and they've paid us much more than the BBC ever did. And then they just went overboard and tried. But Doug Naylor, who's the co-creator and now sole writer of Red Dwarf, tried to go, right, okay, I can't just make this a big budget thing. I need to make sure every penny of this goes on the screen. And he kind of went overboard with it 10 years ago. He just went, yeah, all right, so we'll have a CGI effect there, we'll put CGI here, and it'll all be fantastic. And it just didn't work. The show lost its heart in that mini-series. It lost quite a lot of what made Red Dwarf. But the way they did it with this special, they combined it perfectly.
Duck Dog says, which is why they call it feature length. To sell it in America, it needs to be 90 minutes.
And yeah, Scotsman's right as well. Dave is mostly owned by the BBC as well, actually. So just to give extra weight to your argument there, it's just the way they get around it and explain it is it's owned. Dave is a channel owned by the UK TV Corporation, which is mostly funded by BBC Worldwide. So that's why most of UK TV's channels, so Dave, Yesterday, GOLD, broadcast repeats of BBC shows.
Got you.
Yeah.
I really should look more into Red Dwarf and their stuff. I have nothing that
Right.
to do with my life.
Michaela, for you and anyone else watching who is worried about watching it and going, oh, I'm not caught up or anything like that, you don't have to be. You really don't have to be caught up on Red Dwarf to watch it. Just watch the new special as its own thing. It's really good. It's a good 90-minute. There's not a joke in there. The Promised Land, it's called.
Okay, I'll write it down.
Yeah.
And I won't write your name, just your name.
There's not a joke that falls flat. Never a dull moment. There's a few moments where the comedy stops and they actually go for character pieces, which is always tricky in a sitcom, but they get it perfect.
Oh, Charlie left. Should probably say that.
She probably had a few technical issues and then just went, well, I've got to go now anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I've literally just had a text now saying that.
Martin H says, I'm gonna throw this out there. They made it. Would you guys be on board with?
Martin, I've seen both of the pilots from the mid-90s when they tried to make Red Dwarf in the US. No.
US versions of things always seem to be not as good as the...
Sometimes they get it right. Sometimes they get it right. The Office worked.
Oh yeah, The Office. I
Yeah.
think that's a good exception. Cool.
Yeah, The Office worked. I can't talk for quality, but I can talk for popularity here. But Sanford and Son, as well, was a American remake of a British sitcom.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that.
Yeah, it was a
Oh,
remake of Steptoe and Son.
Charlie says goodbye in the chat. So bye, Charlie.
Night, Charlie.
Nighty night. Wonderful having you.
So yeah, I guess in a minute we'll give it 5 minutes. I'm literally just going to dash off for a wee.
Alrighty. I
Well,
shall entertain the chat then.
all right. We've got Petrol Canister in the backstage. We'll bring him on when I get back. So I shall see you in a moment.
Alright. I'll keep everyone entertained. And he's gone. Hello. Let's see here. I have control for just a little bit. I hope everyone's having a great day. Or night. Wherever you live. You can tell I'm very awkward with this. I'm very sorry. Do. Don't mind the chat, 2 truckers bouting it out. Oh, and he's back.
Oh, sorry about that.
No worries.
I managed to get my headphone. I managed to get my headphone cable wrapped around one of the drawers in my desk. Then, so I was. I sat back down in my chair, tried to pick up my headset, and I was like, "Oh my god, I can't move now." Okay. Before we do start bringing people on, though, there is something that obviously. We'll call it the elephant in the room that I did want to talk about. I'm sorry I didn't sort of explain this before, but this came up just prior to the stream. Obviously, we're living in ridiculous times and really dark times right now, and well, not dark times, but certainly uncertain times. Let's say. Let's use the official line, and. A lot of people can't go out. A lot of people have to go out. And this is what I'm coming to. A lot of people have to go out. A lot of people have to carry on their day-to-day jobs, right? And
Yep.
I want to give a massive shout-out to everyone who, has to go out. They are essential workers, specifically those working in the health industries.
Yes, definitely.
Okay? Because right now, we need you all more than ever. Alright?
Yep.
And there's a friend of ours as well who I've been told is sort of really struggling, like mentally, to sort of comprehend all this as well. So I want to give a massive shout out to our friend and like former guest co-host on this stream, Leona, for this.
Yep.
Okay?
We love you, Leona.
You're doing a massive, really, really good work. And that's not to take away from anyone else either. Everyone else who works who is still working and still has to work. You're all magnificent, and thank you.
Yep.
And in fact, I did as well come up with the idea. Leona as well also has a YouTube channel, which I'll drop in the chat. Duck Dog, even me, I feel welcome. Well, that's fine. But yeah, to anyone who does anything where you're looking after somebody who is vulnerable, or if you're in any way having to put yourself at risk throughout this entire situation, thank you.
Thank you very much. I will say, as someone who works, studies global health and epidemiology, I will say that these are really crazy times right now.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of information there that that conflict with each other so much that we don't know what to believe. I will say that there is a really good podcast out there called "This Podcast Will Kill You," that's currently following COVID-19 and bringing in a lot of guests in. My epidemiology professor, who's also an epidemiologist, is using that podcast to partially to teach me and my epi class remotely throughout the session. So I thought that would be a good way for you to get informed. And other places where you can go is the WHO Situation Report. They do daily reports on the virus, and as well you can go over to the Johns Hopkins COVID-19 map. That is where they track by minute all the cases that are happening. But if you have anxiety about it, please don't do that.
Don't. If you're one of these people who this kind of thing, you find yourself massively worried about it. There is, and I know I've been banging the drum on this about, look, guys, just calm down, chill out, and all that. If you are the kind of person who does get worried about this, then you need, I was going to say you do need to listen to me on that, but at the same time, everyone, please just try and use a bit of common sense.
Big Joe says those podcasts aren't as good as the Pubstream or Blind Trip. Very true.
Thank you.
Very true. Very true. You don't get the nice, relaxing vibes that you do in that podcast, but it does help.
Yeah. But yeah, the point I was making was, as much as I'll try and downplay it on a personal level, like you saw in Discord before, when I just went, oh, come on guys, we're not institutioning rationing now.
Yeah.
And things like that, because we're not. So I'm just, I try and sort of keep people on a human level, sort of just, all right, calm down. How does this actually affect you right now? But at the same time, on a much bigger and much more global scale, yeah, this is quite scary. I understand that. I'm not trying to downplay it, but just make sure that you and your loved ones and those around you are as safe as they can be. Okay?
I think there has to be a good balance that's struck between concerned for, the world around us and and also making sure that your own house is calm, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's the best we can do for now, because we can't be miserable all the time.
Exactly. And this is why, last week I did an entire Twitter rant about this, about how sort of people whinging and moaning about like the situation as it is. And I said, look, it was, that was it, April Fool's Day. And people were like, it actually ended up trending on Twitter. This is what led to me coming up with the idea for doing a podcast about comedy, which I'll be doing in a few weeks' time anyway. But
Yeah.
it was more about humour and comedy, and how in a situation like this is quite, this is affecting everyone. Humour and comedy is what we need right now.
Yeah.
It's not going to cure the virus. It's not going to get rid of the virus. But for those who are stuck inside, for those who are self-isolating and actually start feeling like, I don't know when this is going to come out, humour is really going to help.
Yeah.
It's not going to fix anything. It's not going to...
I don't think that's
Yeah.
the point, really. Just
No.
have a good time.
Yeah.
Have a good time. It's therapy almost.
Yeah. And yeah, hang on a sec. I'm very sorry to hear about that interestingness. Was it interestingness?
that's
Sorry. Don't dog. Sorry. My eyes went funny then. I read the chat message and then read somebody else's name. Sorry, Duck Dog. But yeah, to like I say, to anyone out there who is sort of still working and still considered an essential worker, thanks.
Yeah. Thank you.
In regards to everything else, the economy, sort of
Free the
every
world.
fucking thing else,
Yeah.
that can be fixed later. Right now, we just need to make sure everyone's safe, okay?
Yeah. That's what today's stream's about, right?
Yeah.
Just relax, and have a good time.
Indeed. Anyway, so, hang on a sec. Let's pull up Discord. We'll start getting some of you cunts on. We'll start off, because I saw you first. We'll get Green Thunder Demighty, well, Petrol Canister, on.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey there, Green.
In the middle of me talking.
That's Green. How many times has that happened now? Where
A
where
lot.
I've been streaming and then I've said, look, hop in backstage if you want to chat, and then I'll just pull you in. I'm not going to give you any warning. You know this.
Started to talk to Trucker about the computer just bought.
Oh,
computers.
Yeah, go on.
Let me. Oh, that is not the right place. Well, I just sent the Amazon link to the blind trucking regulars on Facebook. But yeah, for like, game mode.
Those specs aren't bad at all.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. Maybe you'll be able to play. Well, maybe you'll be able to stream Fallout New Vegas at less than 4 frames per second.
I think that's bottlenecked at my actual internet provider.
Right.
Right.
Fair enough.
What generation i5? Did you say it was an i5?
That's what it says on the front. 1 second. Let me pull back up the listing since I just had it. It does not say 3.1 gigahertz.
It's fine. Still pretty good.
I was wrong. It's a 20-inch LCD.
Hang on a second, Green. Apparently people can't hear you. I can hear you perfectly fine. And
Oh, hang on.
speak, Green.
Why can't they hear me? I can hear myself.
I can hear you as well. And obviously Michaela can hear you, so...
That's strange.
And, well, if people can still hear Michaela, they should be able to hear you. That's all.
Yeah.
That's weird. I currently have a there was a PC in the hallway in my house. It's an old Dell Dimension 4600 that's 15 years old. So I picked it up from the hallway, asked my brother if I could have it. He said yes, and I opened it up, and just so many dust bunnies. But I cleaned it up a little bit, and the front panel was missing, so I ordered that from eBay, and now I have a nice looking sleeper case for a PC build that I can do anytime.
Ah, nice.
The only problem I've ran into is I don't know if the mod was updated, but the Extreme Reactors mod for Minecraft, for some reason, when I add that to my Minecraft, it all of a sudden lags the world, which I'm not quite understanding why that is.
Oh, the mod's lagging the world?
Yeah, because if I subtract just that one mod, it runs perfectly fine.
Can you put other mods in though?
Yeah, I've got the main ones I've got is Galacticraft and Matter Overdrive are the main ones I'm working on, but I also have Tinker's Construct, Tinker's Armor, and the level up for Tinkers.
Right.
And then obviously Tree Capitator and then Inventory Tweak.
I mean, all I can think of is if we apply shaders or I don't know, because I know that because I know Minecraft can be really CPU does
Yeah.
apply those things, but I'm not sure.
Hang on a sec.
I'm just hoping to be an android on the moon. That's what I'm going for.
Oh,
And-
apparently we sound fine now. Yay!
Without the extreme reactors, it's no big deal. It was just something to get power easier, but I'll just build more solar panels from the Galacticraft to power everything.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Just as a comment for the chat, I've now gone. I've actually boosted Discord itself on my computer up a little, so you should be able to hear Michaela and Green a little more now.
Yay!
The one thing I never think of, the one thing I never sort of that clicks with me when I'm live. Now, maybe if you did it through Windows instead of through OBS or.
I think the only problem I'll run into with solar panels is I use a refined storage because having so many chests is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And if the computer for that loses power, you lose access to everything.
Oh, wow.
So I've actually before in the past ran into running out of power and having to quickly sleep and for the power to come back.
That's crazy. I don't use the mods in Minecraft at all. Actually, I don't even use Java just because my laptop doesn't work with it very well. It works with Bedrock a lot better. So I kind of wish I delved more into the Java version of Minecraft, but I just haven't. It sounds really fun.
Yeah, and like I guess you consider my mod pack more, well, science with the Galacticraft and becoming a cyborg. My friend does more magic-based mods, all the summoning stuff. So there's really a mod for everyone.
Ah, okay. I will look more into that. But my laptop doesn't have the best specs. I mean, it's pretty good specs, but not enough for modded Minecraft, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Not nearly powerful enough.
Well, technically, your from what I understand, Michaela, your computer's more powerful than mine. Your computer's more powerful than mine, but then again, mine is held together with spit and sellotape, I think.
Well, the thing is, the PC that I have is not here with back in the... Yeah, I only have my laptop with me now, and I'm not allowed to go back to the college because they want to keep everyone out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, once I get to go back, I'll be able to get my PC and my Switch. 'Cause I left my Switch there too.
Oh,
Man, I wanted a Switch, but at the time I was actually working on getting a $1,000 computer, and then that fell through, and then didn't have money for Switch.
Yeah. The Switch that I have currently has Joy-Con drift. I have to get the controllers replaced if I do.
Oh, that's the thing where is it the left Joy-Con?
Yeah, the left one. It's the left one.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's a big thing. I think Nintendo even got sued for it. I think, or they got fined for it, or huge complaint.
Yeah, because apparently they knew it was a thing before they actually launched the Switch.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Nintendo's always had problems with their Joy-Con. If that was the case, I would be a little more understanding. But if they knew about a problem and went on without fixing it, I'd be a little miffed too.
Well, all right. On a hardware level, I can see that would be a massive problem, but you see it more and more nowadays with developers releasing games that they know have a few bugs in there, and then they just release them and just go, there's an update coming for that.
Yeah.
We'll fix that. But if it's hardware, it's massively
harder with
different.
Hardware.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why it's called hardware. Hard. That could be twisted all sorts of ways. I shouldn't have said that.
So. Right, hang on.
Come here, cat.
Ooh, cat.
I want to pet you. My big boy's sitting next to me, so I'm going to pick him up and put him on my lap.
Aww.
He doesn't mind it.
What's his name?
This one's Dodge because you have to dodge him because he'll literally walk in front of you and plop down in the middle of the walkway. He's my 20-pound cat.
That's amazing.
I actually had him on my chest earlier because I was getting once again I mod the hell out of Fallout New Vegas. I was getting the mods all set up and taking a break and laid down to watch YouTube, and he got on my chest, so I'm like, well, I'm not going back to that for a while.
A random quarantine box says not as bad as selling incomplete games at Peter Almond.
Oh,
is that a No Man's Sky reference?
a lot.
Actually, I just bought No Man's Sky yesterday. It was on sale for $20. But I tried to launch it and I didn't have enough RAM. I only have a measly 8 gigabytes of RAM.
This goes back to what I was saying. Your PC is more powerful than mine. I've got 7 gigs of RAM.
Well, actually, technically, if looking at the specs, even though it's 2 8GB, even if it's 8 gigs of RAM on the sticks, I'm only allowed to use 6 gigabytes of RAM for other purposes that aren't Windows functions. So,
realistically, I think it's got to a point where I have a theory and a feeling that if I remove the 1 gig of RAM stick that I've got in there, my computer would run a lot better on just 6 gigs.
Oh, a random quarantine box says I was referring to games like, but No Man's Sky works.
Yeah.
It's sad that we have more than one example of that.
Well,
I still have the RAM.
Going back to what Green said, when Fallout New Vegas originally came out, that was buggy and broken as fuck.
Yeah. Wait, what were you saying?
I still have the 2 RAM chips out of my laptop because when a computer dies on me, I dismantle.
Oh, that's cool.
So I actually harvest the magnets out of the hard drive and the shiny disk.
Oh.
Oh, fucking hell. I do apologise about that. I couldn't get to the mute button in time.
Bless you.
Oh.
Gesundheit.
Yeah, so 8 gigabytes for 2 RX8 RAMs.
Oh, 8 isn't bad. How would removing
How would removing, because it's an uneven integer, and it was a partial joke, Big Joe. But it's
Windows
uneven
10
because
usually takes.
1 GB of RAM. No, Scotsman. It's not 1 GB of RAM. You can't run Windows 10 on anything less than about 4 GB.
Yeah, I'm looking at my specs. It says 8 gigabytes of RAM, but 5.94 gigabytes use. I don't know if that's from if I have other things on here that's interfering with that as well, but. Oh, a lot of people are saying bless you in the chat.
Thank you.
Interestingness and
Oh.
Martin.
Bless you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Usually I'm right on that, but
Fucking hay fever's really bad
nonsense.
this year. My hay fever's really bad this year. Right. Growing up, never had it. Never had any issues with it. And then in the last 4 or 5 years or so, I've suddenly started developing hay fever. And this year, it's just really bad.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Duck Dog says we all have the Rona now. Thanks, Peter Almond.
oh, who's that one? That one mayor's probably going to come out again and find that she has that yellow racist substance on her car again.
Wait, what?
What was it, Georgia? Basically, a
Yeah.
mayor of a town came out, found this white powdery substance, and called the cops. It turns out it was pollen. She still calls it racist.
Oh my gosh.
Someone sprayed this yellow powder all over my car.
It was pollen. Yeah. Yeah, no, oh god, that...
Pollen before.
Yeah, that was what? That was about a year ago, wasn't it, Green?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that as well. That was quite funny. That was very funny. And, yeah. Hang on a sec. The base operating system is 1 GB. That is... my 12
right.
GB has only... Right.
Right. Oh, a random asked if your RAM's not dual channel memory, as if it's just one stick of RAM.
Well, what it is on this PC, the motherboard has 4 RAM slots.
Yeah.
Now, when Brit Gamer Girl gave me this computer, they were all 1 gig RAM slots, and then obviously, I started streaming, and it was perfectly usable.
Right.
And then, a viewer, a friend of mine, decided to say, I can upgrade your PC if you like. So she sent me a new processor. I've gone from dual core to quad core. And she also sent me a load of RAM sticks. All 2 gig RAM sticks. And she said, yeah, you can double your memory. If you've got 4 RAM slots, here's a load of 2 gig ones. Put them in there, you'll have double the RAM. 3 of them work together. Right?
Yeah.
The other 2, one of them didn't work at all, and the other one just didn't work with the other ones. So I had to put one of the original 1 gig RAM sticks in. So that's why I've got 7 gigs as opposed to 8.
That's really interesting. Oh, Scotsman's asking how old the PC is.
I don't know, Scotsman. I don't know.
And Interestingness says, in the old days, people believed that sneezing was the soul trying to escape the tradition. I definitely remember that from back in my old Catholic school days. That's what they told me.
Right, Michaela, you were cutting out slightly then, but obviously I saw the comment and I was reading along, so it didn't...
Oh, should I reread it?
Go ahead.
In the old days, people believed that sneezing was the soul trying to escape the body. That's why traditionally we say bless you.
Ah.
Did that? Yeah. Yeah. I definitely remember people telling me that in the old Catholic school days in the Philippines.
Doc Doug reminds me of this. Allergies can get worse over time, which is actually why I have my big cat. My caretaker had a nurse that her son became deathly allergic to the cat. Grew up with it his whole life and became deathly allergic. So she had to deep clean the house and get rid of the cat. And
Wow.
it's a big, like 20-pound cat, and that's not fat. It's more of the muscles or the big bone cat. Like, I don't think he's a Mancoon, but close enough. That size cat.
Oh dear.
Oh wow.
It's funny because the little cat sits on my chest and she fits on my chest. He sits on my chest and he takes up my entire torso.
That's a huge cat.
Yeah. To be fair, Green, we've seen pictures of your cat. Yeah, that is a big cat.
Yeah. He loves me to be carried around like a baby. In fact, he's meowed at me to do it.
That's really sweet.
The other one's sweeter in her own right, but she doesn't like to be handled that much. And
Yeah.
she's highly skittish. The big one goes up to strangers. She disappears.
Oh yeah. There are two types of cats.
Yeah.
But that's her stuff.
All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring Trucker in as well because, well, he's the only one backstage and I feel a little bit bad now. But I'll bring him in. Don't forget, if you do want to come on stream and chat to me and Michaela, we'll hop into backstage on my Discord. Trucker, you're on screen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring Trucker in as well because he's the only one backstage. And now we get to hear and realise. Chat to Trucker. We'll hop into backstage.
I'm waiting for it to loop around again.
Trucker, you're on screen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring All right, I'm going to drop Trucker backstage for a bit. Until he sorts that out because I don't think that was actually. Trucker knows better than that. In short,
That was great. That was great.
that was weird. Oh dear.
Oh, I love that. So she.
I've never heard myself on stream before because obviously I'm the one talking. So
Why is Princess Glory Hole backstage now?
What Scotsman?
Oh, that's.
Yeah.
I'm not. He is Princess Glory Hole now. That is his name.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it is.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I see it right there.
All right, we'll give Trucker a minute and we'll bring Princess Glory Hole in.
Hello.
I was in
Hello.
a conversation with Trucker and then now I'm here.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
Trucker's back.
Yeah,
Wait.
apparently he wasn't meant to be in there. He thought he'd hung up, but he was still in there.
How's it going anyway, Scotsman?
So I decided to come in here.
Ah, fair enough.
Did you go for a walk?
No, I haven't gone for my walk today. Probably too late now.
Oh, there it is. Trucker says sorry. Thought I hung up. It's okay.
Oh no, it's fine. Don't worry, mate. I'm sorry it took so long because you'd been in there for a while. It was just I was trying to do about 30 things at once. So.
Oh, now he's putting back in the backstage again.
Hey?
What?
He's now gone back into the backstage again. That's weird.
Oh.
I'm going to say, I've just realised this. Has anyone noticed the actual connection bar for Discord has been a lot lower the last couple of days? Well, it's green for me now.
Yeah, it's green for me now.
Yeah.
I
But
don't know. There it is.
it dips into the yellow and red a little more since they've updated it.
Well, it could
Yeah.
also be as well. More people are using it because of what's going on.
Yeah, true. Well, that's why that's why when I went on Suit Yourself stream before, when I first joined, I noticed it was like consistently in the yellow. So I was like, oh, hang on, that's not right. Is this my internet being weird? So I hopped into my own voice chat on my own server, and nah, it's green. Nah, that's all fine.
I had a few problems joining here the other day, but that was about it.
Yes, you did. It was quite funny watching you play the Okie Kokie. Just, you'd appear, disappear, appear, disappear, appear, disappear, and then you'd come back and you'd be playing music, and then you'd disappear again.
Well,
And then we got you eventually. We might as well bring Trucker in as well, actually. Yo!
Hello.
It's the same thing! Trucker?
well, because he probably doesn't know he's meant to be here. I was
I
just
thought I
checking
saw
that.
him leave backstage and jump back in.
Alright.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, you meant to be here this time,
Yo!
or you just...
Are you there?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, I originally went in because I was talking to Thunder Curious. Set up.
Hang on a sec.
You know, my computer's actually about as old as Arms Killer. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we
Yep.
can hear you now. Sorry, yeah, you were cutting out massively, mate. I was just waiting for it to sort itself out.
Well, I'm near man acid. One letter off from being something.
You cut out at the right time. I just heard you're near man asses.
Yeah.
Well, Trucker's having a good Saturday night.
And according to Martin, our audios are quite low, me and Trucker.
Okay, well, at this point, that is down to you, because I can't boost Discord any higher without making it unbearable on stream.
There we go, I'm now at 100 in output volume.
Mine's automatically determines. Sorry.
No worries.
As opposed to everybody else, I'm on Android, so.
Also, Peter, I think maybe the reason your computer can't run 8 gigs of RAM is because sometimes the amount of RAM you can have is dependent upon the CPU clock speed.
Well, yeah,
Maybe
no,
it can only handle up to 7.
no, my point is, though, right, it would either handle 6 or 8. 7 is a weird number for it to be able to handle.
And you said you're having problems with the RAM sticks before. Maybe it was just because it couldn't handle that much RAM. That makes sense.
So,
Victro, I haven't been home since February.
so what are you saying? Either, well,
I'm not saying do anything. I'm just saying maybe that's why you couldn't upgrade your RAM in the first place as much as you wanted to.
might be an interesting experiment if I replace one of the 2 gig RAM sticks with a 1 gig and then have 6 gigs and see how that runs.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
More or less the same. 1 gig of RAM either way is not going to make much of a difference.
I just didn't know they still made 1 gigabyte RAM sticks, or is it just a really gigabyte RAM stick?
They probably don't. They're probably DDR3 RAM.
Yeah, right.
DDR2.
Nice,
Oh,
that's fucking old. That's ancient.
yeah.
It's like,
DDR2.
I actually found a RAM from the last time I had a tower, which was over a decade ago. And it's only 500 megabytes. So
Yikes.
I
half a
found a
gig.
500 megabyte RAM card as well. One.
Wait, Peter, you have DDR2.
Yes.
How the hell does my computer have DDR3 and yours has 2? My computer is 16 years old.
I don't. Genuinely, I don't know.
No
How
wonder your
the
computer-
hell?
Well, there's your problem, man. Your fucking computer's ancient.
RAM sticks work in Oh. And you'd be advised to keep the original RAM stick in slot 1 and upgrade slots 2, 3 and 4. Fair enough. Thank you. Thank you, interestingness.
A random quarantine box says I thought Peter would be using DDR2 memory.
Oh, of course. Yes, of course, because it was obvious.
7 when DDR2 came out. That's old that is.
Really? Was I even born? Wait.
It was 2003.
Oh, I was 3. I was 3 years old.
Oh.
I'm just used to a lot of computer things being older than my existence, so I love the old classic computer things.
Well, that's it. That's it. There was a huge boom in like computer technology in like the late 80s, 90s, up to the early 2000s as well.
Yeah.
And then just things have slowed down, and now it's just very incremental changes.
That actually happened when it got to the point where it stopped being about how fast it can go and becoming about how to.
Say again. You cut out.
It stopped being about how fast something can go and more about what?
The heat it created.
Yeah.
Dispersing the heat.
Yeah.
Duck Dog says 3, Jesus wept, I'm old as hell. Yes, I am 20 years old.
Oh.
They're the same age as Arms Killer, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I was actually a year older than him at one point. We might just have our birthdays a few months apart.
Ah, there you go.
I'm
Yeah.
still calling myself young at 30. Well, 29.
I think that's still young.
We're having this
Mentally
discussion.
12, so.
We're having this discussion again when we've got Trucker in the chat. How's it going, old man?
Where's Graf when you need him?
And I'm back. Yeah, that's bad too. The people in this chat right now, I'm holding up the beer. Ugh.
I think you're actually slightly older than my dad, actually, by a few months.
My dad is in his 50s. He's 55.
Shut up, boy.
Yeah, you're born in the same year, but like a few months apart, I think. I probably made you feel even older than you already felt now, haven't I?
Big Dro says Trucker is young at heart.
Yes. He is. Yes. Young at heart.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
To be fair, 43 isn't that old.
No, it ain't. Big Joe, to be honest, man, I'm 43 years old and I still have a teddy bear.
I still have a teddy bear. I've had it
It's
since I was
actually,
5.
it's actually really cute. Yeah, but my teddy bear has 6 inches long. And bat wings and...
Right, Trucker, you're cutting out really bad.
Hold on, let me see.
I sleep with a teddy bear just because since my dog passed, I felt lonely in bed, so I grabbed my 53-inch teddy bear and started sleeping with it.
Aw, that's nice.
Yeah.
Mine's just sitting here on the bookshelf. He's got other stuffed animals that I've accumulated from families giving me stuffed animals for some reason.
Well, I guess like if it's someone you've had since you were like a kid, I guess it just has like sentimental value, doesn't it?
Oh.
Yeah, my bear was from the Philippines. It was gifted to me when I was 5. Um, yeah. I remember promising it when I was 7 that if I ever went to the United States, I would make sure that he was with me, and I managed to keep that promise.
It's been a promise
I'm
to inanimate it when you go green.
I'm actually well, it's on the other end of the room, but in the chair next to me is all the Teletubbies and then the seat of Chucky, just because.
Oh,
Have I bettered my signal?
yes. Interestingness says truckers steered Noah's Ark during the Great Floods.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that was a lot of rain. Wow.
And Big Joe
yes,
said,
I'm using a blue right now. It's the blue parrot or the VXI blue parrot beef.
Yeah, you've started cutting out again.
To be fair, Peter, so have you, so maybe on your end.
Possibly. Yeah, hang on. Yeah, it was red for a second, so.
it's yellow on my end at the moment, and now it's green.
Mine's green. Gee.
I'm also green. And my signal's
I'm
green.
red again. Hang on. Ah, right, there we go. Back. Don't know why that happened.
A random quarantine box says the reason why I thought you'd be using DDR2 is because getting 4 GB DDR sticks are really easy to get.
Ah.
I mean, fair point, yeah.
Something to look into. It's something to look into.
I wanted to get a water-cooled PC just because it looks cool as hell, but ended up settling.
Yeah, right. Just a note for the chat. When I cut out for those on air with me, they will hear me cut out. You guys won't because I'm directly feeding into OBS. So what they hear, you might not necessarily hear, and vice versa. That's why when the donation alerts go off, they can't hear it. It's the same idea, if you like.
Chucker, just remember my belt buckle is a steering wheel. It's driving me nuts.
Hee
Hee
Hehe.
Yeah.
I'm actually waiting for this one car to pass me just in case Blind Girl's listening.
What car?
The car that's beside me. I'd rather not scare him into a ditch.
Ah, right. Oh, right. Honk, honk.
Are there?
Yeah, because this is, usually for blind girls say, damn it, right here he comes.
Here
Come
he
on.
is.
Come on, you little prick. Okay, I bet you'll have to wait a few minutes. So anyway.
Have you been getting the out-of-countryers lately? Or have they died down?
No, they've actually they've severely died down. It's kind of like, it seems like over a span of 2 weeks, all of them went back up at once.
Armskiller's backstage.
I don't
Is
think,
he?
I don't think I've actually seen a Canadian license plate.
Alright, just give me 2 seconds. I'm just in the middle of doing something.
Duck Dog's asking what kind of car.
Right, there we go. Go.
Most of the Miata.
Ah.
It's seen better days.
Let's drag Jeeves and Worcester in. Hello, Arms Killer.
Hello,
Hello
Arms
there.
Killer.
Honestly, I wouldn't have minded just staying backstage, but
Why did you join voice? I'm gonna say it was. No, there's nobody else in there, you clown.
He wanted to talk to himself.
Yeah. I just wanted to sit in a voice chat and just hope somebody would turn up.
yeah, pretty much.
I know you do.
To you, you're taking two company.
Scotsman, I know you do. I've seen you pop into my voice chat sometimes, and I see it and I think maybe I should go talk on a Megan's voice chat.
Occasionally people do actually join, so yeah.
Big Joe, to answer your question, he asked how am I able to type in the chat while I'm driving? That's because I actually don't type in the chat. As long as I'm not in any sort of call, there's a button I can push on my Bluetooth headset it'll make for the closest text entry field and start dictating what I say. I either push a button or I just start yelling.
Yeah.
When the headset is anywhere near me and I start yelling, that's what gave birth to the whole trucker road rage thing.
Yeah, that's why occasionally some of our streams and like some of the other streams satellite to like Blind Trucking, the Pubstream, Arms Killer streams will occasionally just get a huge paragraph of invective from Pumpkin Trucker. Just, why don't you just take that cock out of your mouth, woman? Yeah, that's Trucker.
That's why I asked if you had blocked or if you had timed me out earlier, because
No.
Apparently, I triggered one and it was sitting there in the chat and I could see it. Well, Trucker Matt could see it. Pumpkin Trucker.
Yeah, no, YouTube likes to do some censoring on the back foot. So yeah, So yeah, no, Peter wouldn't have been able to see it in the first place.
No. Still, Trucker's road rage outbursts are very funny.
Oh, my microscope
Sometimes.
wire is breaking.
Oh no, not you again. You're gonna get stabbed with a Q-tip. Go away.
Wait, what was breaking?
Huh? Oh. My microscope wire. Yes, I have a USB microscope for my computer. For
That's cool.
no reason.
Oh, yeah,
I finally found the stand for it, but it's broken, so I'm going to get my 3D pin later and use like the last of my clear filament to fix it.
Yeah, I've had to play around with one of them. They're quite good. The closest I've got, though, and I think, Michaela, you were in the voice chat with me when I sort of revealed I owned one of these, but I've got a otoscope.
Right.
An otoscope is one of those devices doctors use to look in your ear.
It's really cool.
You stole it from the doctor's office.
I can't remember where I got it from, though.
Like I said, the doctor's office.
Where else would you get it from? It's not a doctor.
You could. I think you could actually order most of it on like eBay, or you can order anything on eBay.
Well, I mean, but how would he know?
I'm actually Green. I'm actually genuinely starting to think I just might have. When,
That's what I'm saying.
When I lived alone and I had nothing else to do, I just might have randomly bought an otoscope on eBay or something.
What is it?
Wait,
I have an ace bandage around here that I nicked from the knee doctor.
Ooh.
Yes.
Probably gave it to you.
Well, it was when my mom went in for the first checkup.
Yeah, it's probably a $3 niche that
Yeah.
someone's
Are you
supposed
doing
to-
your exercises?
Probably some $3 ace bandage somebody's insurance company to pay $1.
She she's not doing exercises. She complains she needs to do them, but then
Green, go make sure
Yeah,
your mum
sometimes
is
I do
doing
wonder
her
why the title is
exercises.
Parentage Review.
True.
Oh wait, I just realized I'm alone. Alright, so... Fine girl, if you're listening, I would like to run you over with my truck. It is an 18-wheeler, so good luck. I got 40 tons behind me, and I just don't give a fuck. I would like to run you with my truck.
Amazing.
Yay! To be fair, Blind Girl's probably asleep. She's been up late a lot this week, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
She had the kidlin earlier too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He sounded rather usually or rambunctious.
Yeah, Doug, Howard!
Or actually, you know what? The fact that actually, now that I think about it, her mother came over.
I think you and Batman would really like each other.
Don't run blind girl over, her kids need her, says Big Dro.
Leave it to Big Dro to say something like that.
Yeah, but Big Dro, he wasn't saying he was going to run Blind Girl over. He was just, that's one of Blind Girl's favourite songs of all time, apparently. Apparently she wants that playing at her wedding.
Oh, I'll be right back.
She's marrying Skittles.
Alright, no worries, Michaela.
Yeah, it's gonna be a medley of that song at it's my no square.
Stop. Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square. No, seriously, the remix of it, Blind Girl Plays, that's, was that Socky that did that?
No, it's just some random one I found on.
Ah, right. It's just after a while of listening to it, and after no, this is my no. It genuinely starts to sound like Donut Square. This is my Donut Square.
I don't think I've ever actually seen the PSA that's from. I know we talked about it, but I don't remember seeing it.
If I've still got it on my computer, Green, it's on its way to you. If I haven't,
Like Norwegian or something?
oh no, I've only got my version of it. Why couldn't I find this the other? I couldn't find. Right, the video I put out yesterday, the Sonic one, I just randomly wanted to tag this at the end of it, and I couldn't find it, but it's here apparently.
Leave
Hang on
it
a
to
sec.
Peter to fuck something up.
I'm gonna say I will play it on stream.
Oh.
Just give me 2 seconds. I'll load it in VLC and put it on the secondary monitor. So on the portion of the screen where you see "Don't Panic."
Yeah.
That reminds me, I got a clip.
Anyway.
I got a video from yesterday.
What do you do with those clips?
I've forgotten none of us can hear this, and also this is extremely pathetic.
Oh my gosh.
I make the clips, send them out, and delete them.
That's a beautiful dance.
Which, by the way, Arms, Thunder, and Scotty, for y'all sound pad, would you like a clip of Peter saying, "Oh,
I followed
got
along
right
with
in the
it.
ass"?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go through that.
Alright, hang on.
Cheeky girl song.
Right, hang on a sec. 2 things. First of all, Michaela, I didn't hear you because everyone else was talking over. Go on.
I just said I tried to follow along.
Okay. And Trucker, what was going up my arse?
Your words, apparently.
You're the one who said it, that you got a fireball up your ass.
Oh, from the Mario thing last night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you
Wait, Mario wrecked you with a fireball?
Yeah, no,
He
I was playing.
fighting one of the
I was
Bowsers
playing
and,
Mario and I got a fireball up the arse.
You. I should have brought that in.
Night Duck Dog.
Good
night,
night,
Dog.
dog.
Night Dog of the Duck.
Quack, quack, woof.
Cool.
I finally found
Quoof.
my wired Xbox 360 controller. So I'm going to be able to play Skyrim again.
Awesome.
Hang on a sec. Hang on, Green. If your computer could run Fallout New Vegas, you could have surely run Skyrim.
I don't have the money.
Oh, right. Oh, you didn't have Skyrim. Right, I get you.
I don't. I have Skyrim on the Xbox 360, so why not just find the controller and not bother paying for it again?
Right, I get you. No.
Green's actually being
I get you now.
smart.
No, I get
There's
you
no
now.
point paying for the same game twice.
I've
Oh.
done that before. I own 7 Days to Die on the PC and the Xbox One.
Yeah,
I'm not doing
I'm
that
just
again.
looking over at my PlayStation 3 games. I've now organised them into which ones have I now got on PC, and every time I look at them, I'm like, you're going to CEX as soon as I can.
Yeah, it's just a rip-off.
I also found because one of the times I bought Skyrim, because I already bought Skyrim multiple times because the discs kept breaking. Finally, I bought it on digital download. I bought the.
Did he just say?
Yeah, I was going to say, Green,
Disc.
what kept
Disc.
breaking? What kept breaking?
The disc.
That's not what you said, though, is it?
Over here.
Either way.
Oh, you go.
Either way, I've paid for the $100 edition, so I have the Alduin statue and the concept art book. Which I found the concept art book, which I should have brought in from the barn.
You know the thing where if you pay like extra, like a little bit extra money, you can get the disc replaced for free as much times as you like.
I think I did that, and it broke in a way that they wouldn't take back.
What did you do to it?
What?
I don't know. I have a tendency to break games. I don't know how.
How did you break something so badly that it just nobody wants to return it? Can someone explain that to me?
I have this. No, that's the thing. I don't do anything that normal people don't do. It just my luck with disc is horrible.
Also, interestingness. Fun fact: you can actually break your dick.
You can, actually, to be fair.
Yeah.
Really?
That is just. You can, and I refuse to look up this. Like the surgeon for that has got to be wincing the whole time.
It's something with the spongiosum would have.
See, even Inked heard it, and you know Inked, she's pure and never hears anything wrong or never mishears anything and takes it sexually.
Fair, let's be honest here.
Dicks have layers. And that's how it breaks. They like shift or something.
If you know what I found out as a kid? See if you spray deodorant on a disc that's too cracked and wipe it, it works.
I usually see banana.
Right,
I don't know.
right, Scotsman. You know it's not the deodorant that's doing that. It's the fact that it is a liquid solution that is applied to it that wipes away a lot of the dirt. It won't completely fix it. It definitely won't completely fix it. If that disc has deep scratches on it, then yeah, no. You're not repairing that.
To the point where it wasn't working, I sprayed deodorant on it, cleaned up a little bit, it worked. So.
Yeah, because the disc would have been fucking dirty, and then you sprayed deodorant on it, and the liquid itself wiped the
You know, most
Scotsman, go and lick a window!
You know, most
Go and lick a window and see what I mean.
You
It's
realize
annoying
most,
because you didn't think of it.
You know, most deodorant would be classified as an abrasive, considering the active ingredient in most antiperspirant is aluminum.
Well, obviously not antiperspirant deodorant.
If I heard Dick from the room, way guaranteed. But no, you know, I'm not gonna read that actually.
Use duct tape on it, that fixes everything.
Yes.
You
I'm
heard
not
it
gonna read
from
that
another
actually.
room. Fucking howling.
Hey, that's the law of engineering in America. Duct tape and WD-40. If it moves and it's not supposed to, duct tape. If it doesn't move and it's supposed to, WD-40.
Although duct tape doesn't actually work on ducks. You have to use metal duct
Well,
tape.
hang on a sec, Green. How do you strap your ducks together then?
With C4?
Always, yes. They converted to Islam. I mean, I just about myself.
Well, they wrap. What does he do? Wrap him up a dick. That in that chance he gets all of his ducks in a row.
I mean,
Anyway,
that would be goats, not ducks.
Let's just hope those ducks go to Quack Hollow.
and when he finds out how much it costs, he'll tell him just put it on his bill.
And,
Anyway.
Right, alright. To be fair, Arms Killer, if they do quack hard, then they'll come back the next year and then quack harder. And then eventually they'll quack hard with a vengeance. Then eventually it'll be a good day to quack hard.
And then they'll live free or quack hard.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, I got them the wrong way round, didn't I?
Now I'm
Bollocks!
just thinking,
Live Free or Die Hard was the American title for what we call Die Hard 4.0. So the fourth one. Bollocks!
I wouldn't have known. I've only seen the first one.
Ah, yeah. In America, Die Hard 4 is Live Free or Die Hard, and it's the fifth one. That is A Good Day to Die Hard.
Yeah.
It's just,
Bollocks!
to be fair, they could have just made the first Die Hard movie and it would have been decent enough. You don't ever need any more Die Hard.
No.
Apparently, Ink's hiding Easter eggs
Aw.
and Pokemon plushies.
Oh, nice.
The Easter Bunny is an essential worker, according to which freaking country in the EU.
No, I think it was New Zealand actually that said the Easter Bunny was essential.
Close
The
enough.
Easter Bunny doesn't even fucking exist!
Wrong side of the planet, Thunder.
Sorry, kids. Sorry.
Either way,
Sorry to any kids watching right now, but yeah, the Easter Bunny doesn't actually exist.
either way,
No,
Rise of the
he
Guardians
does,
has
he's just-
the best Easter Bunny. Fight me.
He does, he's just too busy enacting his vengeance against those that... No, you know what, I'm not even gonna go there.
The
You know
Easter
what?
Bunny is actually inked and pricked, as you can see from my chat. She's the Easter Bunny.
He does exist, he's just not allowed to go outside right now because of
Duck Dog
Corona.
says, I saw a guy delivering for Uber Eats today in a bunny costume.
Okay, that's just someone enjoying their job.
You know, that guy, I wonder how many tips that dude got.
I thought the Easter Bunny was, enacting his vengeance on the Middle East.
How?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I think the pilot wants to fuck the Easter Bunny.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Inked, you are the Easter Bunny.
You're the Easter Bunny. Ink.
Yeah.
I think Ink wants to fuck the Easter Bunny and then take credit for...
So, Inked is the best Easter Bunny ever.
Definitely. Anyway.
What the fuck am I
Imagine
doing
it.
with my life?
Imagine her in the big bunny outfit.
I'll be right back.
Anyway,
Alright, Green.
I'm messing with you.
I give
Inked in a
damage.
bunny costume would
Yeah,
be.
yeah, inked in a bunny costume, and Thunder says, "We know what he's doing."
Oh,
Serpent's hand.
Well,
you know
does
what?
actually have a bunny outfit.
I would.
Ink says, "R.I.P. Your Discord tomorrow, Peter."
Would it be?
All right.
To be fair, it would be more like the resurrection
Inked,
of Christ.
you have my phone number and my WhatsApp. So, hit that first. It's Easter. We're all in social isolation. It's fine.
Random Goon says hello. Sorry, just got back. How are you, sexy people?
Flirting with ink.
Hey,
What's up,
Goon.
Goon, you beautiful
yeah.
bastard?
Hey there, Goon. How's it going?
Oh, and apparently he's backstage too.
Oh, good. Is he still?
Goon can
I'm
just
gonna
pop
say.
in there.
No, Goon's not a mod, but yeah, he can come in. I'll drag him. Goon. Goon.
Hello.
Hello there, Goon.
Arms Killer's first what?
You don't want to know.
No, that's it. It's just that's why there's a full stop at the end of it. Just arms killers first. Full stop.
I'm going with boyfriend.
It's first and only. Ever.
So apparently more than
And
you
I
would
thought,
ever have.
and I thought I was gonna be arms killers first. You little slut! You whore!
How's it going, Goon? Anyway, how are you?
Good. Stir crazy, but good. How are you guys?
Stir crazy.
Oh god, yeah.
Cryptic says, I come back and y'all are naked and dancing. Get off.
That's what we're trying to do on the go to the car.
Butter.
Oh, and Mr. Misanthropic is also back.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Right, okay. We'll give it a few minutes and then we'll get Skittles in.
Right.
Also, yeah, even Skills agrees with my sentiment that Inked is definitely the best bunny ever.
Yes.
Okay, Inked is best. Then the close second is the Guardian, Rise of the Guardians of the, not Rise of the Guardians of the Galaxy, Rise of the Guardians.
The Australian bunny.
Yeah.
I like that character. That's good. An underrated film.
Yeah.
So
There's
yeah,
a few underrated films that are like really good. Like, has anyone seen Flushed Away?
I have actually.
I've seen
Yeah.
part of it.
Didn't
parts
like
of
it.
I've
Parts
seen
of
parts of it.
I think it was good.
And you are entitled to your incorrect opinion.
Then again, I like the Mario Brothers movies, so
Green. So do I.
it's fine if you don't actually care. Any like that's just using Mario Brothers as names and not really doing anything with. It looks stupid if you come at it from a video game perspective.
So you're telling me you have to look at it from the perspective that they were just being lazy cash grabbers.
Pretty much, and it's a film. Why are you throwing drugs at me?
If it didn't have Mario, if it had anything to do with Mario in it, it would just be like a normal film.
Well, it was the 90s. Let's.
They
Oh,
were
that's
still
not-
on the come down
acknowledge
from
that very
cocaine.
Very few movies like that from the 90s were actually.
Duck Dog says, I love Flushed Away. I have the Lightbox poster from Target.
Ooh.
And Blind Girl says, yawn napping while listening.
Oh.
Oh, now
What?
Blind Girl shows up.
We sung your song, Blind Girl. We sung your song. I can see clearly now the rain has gone.
But yeah, I like John Leguizamo, the one who played Luigi.
Yeah. Weird little factoid for you. Did you know that John Leguizamo and Bob Hoskins. I can't say John Leguizamo. Yeah, I can't say that.
I didn't say it right either.
No. Leguizamo, thank you. John Leguizamo and Bob Hoskins were both pissed throughout making most of that film.
They were, yeah.
Yeah.
You couldn't do it sober.
I'm not gonna lie. I now propose that we make a movie where everyone's just pissed.
That and
They did
actually,
Super Mario Brothers.
actually,
Actually,
they
there's
didn't know.
there's another one,
No, they didn't know that John Leguizamo was pissed, and that led to Bob Hoskins breaking his hand during the making of it.
Wouldn't it just be a fucking prequel to The Hangover?
Because John Leguizamo had to drive the van in one scene, except it had a faulty door, which shut on Bob Hoskins' hand and broke it. He had to wear a cast throughout the entire rest of the film.
He also drove it into an off license.
No. It's John Leguizamo, not George Michael.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
It's a movie where everybody's drunk. It was called Animal House.
To be fair, Duck Dog has probably more good ideas than you would ever have.
Why not? There's always all kinds of that help. I remember a movie where most of the cast was actually on community service. What was that? Blow, Paul Rubens.
Why are you
Johnny
bugging
Depp.
me?
Yeah, Paul Rubens, Johnny Depp. They were all on community service and probation.
All right, no worries, inked. And in answer to Big Dro, why were they pissed? They were pissed because when you look into it, the entire production of that movie was a shit show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was an absolute fucking shit show. I'm surprised they actually managed to get the movie made, knowing what I know about it.
Well, the thing is, I mean, there's a lot of movies at that time that it was just a name, and that was really about it. Hell, remember the Masters of the Universe movie?
If you want even to dip your toe in how mad it got, go watch Gaming Historian's video on it. If you look up Gaming Historian on YouTube, he did a nearly 40-minute documentary about the making of the Mario movie, and that doesn't even scratch the surface of how mad the production of that film was.
That's the third name mushroom. Duck Dog, Bobcat Goldthwait.
Yeah. The weird thing is, though, right? The Mario movie was directed by the same people who created, actually created, Max Headroom.
Really?
That sucks, because I love the idea of Max
Yeah.
Headroom.
And Rocky Morton and Annabelle Jankel.
You can kind of see it, though.
Yeah.
The crazy world and everything.
Yeah. I've got as well. Right, because you can't find this legitimately on a DVD anywhere. They've kind of managed to somehow erase it from history. But there was originally a short film which introduced Max Headroom called 20 Minutes into the Future. And it was made for British TV. It was a 1 hour film for Channel 4. But in America, you got it as an entire 13-part series.
And that was boring.
Oh, no. No, by the look of it, it was actually quite good. It's just I can't find the 13-part series anywhere, but I can find the original short film. And all the other clips of all the other episodes of Max Headroom I can find is chat shows and shit like that. And it's like, well, no, I want to watch the series. I like the character. I don't want to watch him interviewing fucking Midge Ure or Grace Jones. I want to watch the series. Because they kept the original cast as well, because obviously Max Headroom is played by Matt Frewer, who's, if you've ever seen it, is the neighbour in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Yeah.
Well, Matt Frewer, he's one of those actors that you know him everywhere, but he's one of the guys that's all, oh, he's that guy.
Yeah.
Guy.
Oh, he's that guy. Yeah.
You can't quite put the name to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of actors like that. Hell, Ron Perlman was like that.
Dan Castellaneta, the voice of Homer Simpson. He's another one. Yeah.
Or Danny Trejo.
Danny Trejo.
Why do I like him in Spy Kids?
Danny Trejo.
Everybody knows Danny Trejo is the guy, the Mexican guy with the big tattoo of the chick on his chest, and virtually every
Yeah, fair enough. But even then, they can put the name to it.
Have you seen apparently Spy Kids and Machete take place in the same universe, according to a fan theory?
So the E.T. and Star Wars, apparently.
Yeah, referring back to a stream a few
The
weeks
thing
ago,
is, though, anything can exist in the same universe, according to a fan theory. Fucking,
I believe there are scenes
I can't.
in Star Wars where there's references to E.T., so that one is...
I genuinely think there must be out there somewhere a Peaky Blinders and My Little Pony crossover fan fiction.
It exists.
It's
You've
just
got
that Shelby's killing every pony.
I think
They have a Doctor Who pony.
That or MASH and Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
I want to see that now.
Hey, I don't want to interrupt, but I do have to go. Family errands and everything.
All right, Michaela. Thank you.
Thank you
so
so much
much for joining us. Thank you so much for co-hosting this. I'm only going to go on for about another 20 minutes anyway, but I will drop your link in the chat again now.
May I show one more thing?
Of course you can.
Like Pete, I also have a Patreon, so if you... Oh, I can't put any web addresses in.
Yeah, she's not an admin.
Send the link to me on Discord.
Alrighty.
I'll drop it in there.
Alrighty, there we go.
Oh, where's that one bug-eyed actor that went back to being a firefighter during 9/11?
I don't know. I think I'm gonna head off to do the homework actually. But
Talk to you later, Scotsman.
He was in
Later, mate.
He was in some Adam Sandler movies.
Alrighty, thank you so much for having me.
Oh, that's okay, sweet.
See you.
See you later.
See you later.
Talk to you later.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
He was in a bunch of Adam Sandler movies and was an airhead.
Yeah, I think that's it, Steve Buscemi. Yeah, there are a few actors that like step up when in time of needs, and apparently Danny Trejo and that Steve Buscemi are good people.
I like how that reminds me of the movie Death of Stalin.
See now the thing is, Arms Killer. It's not so much that E.T. and Star Wars were in the same universe.
It's that they made references to E.T. within Star Wars movies and
right,
vice versa.
Right, Star Wars, E.T., Star Trek. they've been sitting there nodding at each other.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
even
pretty much
even
it.
to Steven Spielberg, as far as the mothership.
I'm pretty sure.
You know,
I'm pretty sure
Mothership
Steven
from-
Spielberg and George Lucas are friends as well.
Yeah. And hell, it's even to where the mothership from Close Encounters, look closely, you argue.
It's I'm pretty sure Steven Spielberg had some influence on Star Wars and Lucas vice versa, if I remember correctly.
All right,
Yeah.
guys. Very quickly, I'm just going to go for a wee, and then when I come back, I will drag Gilbert Gottfried in.
Really? The real Gilbert?
No, Skittles.
Aw.
Yeah, but
I'll be
hell,
back in a sec.
And Arms, even when it came to the new Star Treks, the J.J. Abrams Star Treks, that's when Star Trek started nodding towards Star Wars and all that too. Because there were several times where there were debris fields. If you look at the right spot in the debris field, you see the R2 float.
I think it's just. I don't even think it's just movies and that. It's in general, like, if people are good friends or people like certain material, they're gonna reference it in their own material.
Oh yeah. Well, hell, I can't remember that. This is the same deal for me. One of those actors. I can't remember his name for the life of me. But yes.
Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun.
Simon Pegg and Nick Frost.
Oh, those guys. Yeah, they're good friends.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
met through making robot noises like R2D2 and and other bots.
Right, but the thing is, hell, my favorite movie of theirs is Paul.
Oh, I
That's
hated that
nothing.
movie.
I loved it because it's absolutely nothing but references to old sci-fi.
I don't think I've ever seen Paul. Let me look into that.
It's a bit like an E.T. movie, in a way.
Is it?
Except E.T. with the dirty mouth.
Yeah. It's Seth Rogen, isn't it, that plays E.T.? Or the alien?
Okay, I'm back.
Hello, back.
Peter, in
Hello.
Paul, who played the voice of Paul?
Seth Rogen.
Seth
Sure.
Rogen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was it?
Yeah, it was Seth Rogen.
Yeah, it wasn't even written by them guys either. Sean Pegg.
No, it was they were cast in that rather than they wrote it. Right,
My
Skittles.
favourite is always Hot Fuzz.
Oh, Hot Fuzz is amazing.
Just can't beat that movie.
It's one of those movies you have to watch again and again.
Yeah, just to see everything in the background that's going
Yeah.
on, and
So
Yeah.
that you can piece all
Well,
the little details
the weird
together.
thing is, right? I love Hot Fuzz. I love Shaun of the Dead, but I actually think out of all three of them, The World's End is the better film.
and you're wrong. But it's nice to have an opinion, isn't it?
Well, no, just because I think the characters are much deeper in that one. It's a much more heavily character-based film than the other ones.
I don't know.
You could make the argument that deeper characters doesn't necessarily make a good movie.
Possibly.
Even
Anyway.
though, I am just playing devil's advocate there. I don't really.
All right, I'm gonna bring Skittles in, and then I'm gonna make a massive revelation to him. Hello, Skittles.
We're the aristocrats!
Skittles. Skittles.
What untold atrocity have you committed?
Godfrey just joined the stream.
Mr. Misanthropic, do you realise that as a mod you can actually literally join the studio at any point?
I did. I am very well aware of this. I just decided
Have
not to
manners.
out of respect. Yeah, I have you know, this. Yeah, I have
Doesn't want to
etiquette
abuse his power.
and respect for your stream.
Well, no, it's more when I said Skittles, we'll get you on in a minute. You could have just gone, come on.
Because see, I had this whole thing planned out where once you pulled me in, I was gonna yell, "We're the aristocrats," and a Gilbert Godfrey impression.
Ah, right. Oh, so you went for the funny rather than the practical.
I got it.
This was a joke in the making.
Night, James.
Yes.
Good
yes,
night,
it
James.
was.
We're only
Love
going to
it.
go for about another 20 minutes anyway. I'm going to stop about midnight.
Midnight's like 6 hours away. It's only 6:42.
Midnight for me, Green. Midnight for me.
To be fair, as long as you don't push the stream too far forwards, otherwise it will be fucking midnight bedtime.
No, that's not happening.
Yeah, this isn't gonna be like that time Peter fell asleep on stream and it ended at like 3 a.m. my time.
Yeah, I know, right?
Woke up at 8 o'clock in the morning. Realised everyone was still in voice chat. Joined voice chat. Said, "Hello guys, how are you?" And then Blind Girl goes, "You know you're still live, don't you?" Shit!
What?
Shit!
And it was that day where I officially fucked my sleep schedule.
Yeah.
But no,
No, I tried. I tapped out at around 2 in the morning because I had to be at work. Because I had to be up at 6 for work.
Yeah.
I was just like, you know what? Just call me when Peter gets back. Gets back because I want to jump in the voice chat and shame him. I didn't. Blind Girl just called me and just said, "Hey, Peter's awake." I was like, "Cool." Tell him I said he's a bitch, and then just hung up and went back to sleep.
yeah. The thing is that before all of that, everyone was kind of warning you that you were going above the time that you had set out, because what you were doing during that stream is that you were pushing when you were going to wrap up later and later.
You just kept pushing it back by like another 10-20 minutes each time.
And by the time you had gone to sleep, it had already been like an hour or two that you've pushed it back.
Right. Oh, it happens. It happens, though.
It was
happens.
hilarious.
Oh, it was amazing.
And it's one of the few. Right,
Apparently,
it's one of the only random pop-up streams that I've done that haven't been, normal pub streams or anything like that I've decided I'll keep up and public on my channel just as a reminder to myself. Don't do this again.
What did you call that? Like letting the community take over my channel or something?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a good time.
And it still had.
That was also.
Good, good.
That was also the time when Arms Killer became known as the meme machine because he was just dropping that shit.
Yeah. It was fun. It was fun.
It was quite funny, actually. It was quite funny.
We need to get one of these pub streams soup around so he and I can have another little me more. Skittles.
Well, that's it. I may eventually ask Suit to come on as well. Hang on a sec. Inkton Prick says the best thing is we could hear your ringtone loud as fuck, but it still didn't wake you from the same.
But by the way, Peter, you owe me however much a 90-second call to England costs.
I'll send you a cent.
Checks.
It'll be fine.
I was about to say checks in the mail.
Yeah.
Oh, good times. Good times. And then a few days later, we would have the shoe throwing incident.
Yes. Yeah, that happened.
That
happened on the pub stream. The next pub stream, didn't it?
Hold on, shoe throwing incident?
When Blind Girl got admitted to hospital on stream.
Also may have molested some male nurses.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, no. Yeah, oh yeah, no.
That was when
I
she
remember
called
that.
you to flirt
Yeah, that- I
with you
remember-
and your friends.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, well, yeah, that was
That-
when I was at my. That was when I was at my other job, which means yeah, I had to wake up at like 4 in the morning for that. So yeah, it's like I slept like 2 hours the night before that.
That was the same night. That was the same night. One of the nurses asked her, "What are you doing?" And she turned around and said, "I'm talking to Batman. Leave me alone."
I remember that. Yeah.
It was priceless.
Oh, it was. That was fucking hilarious.
And all within the same week as well.
Yeah.
Within the same couple of days. Holy shit.
Still better to remember 2 + 2.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that because that was when it's like I had the Discord on my phone on speaker, like with just like there was like 2 other dudes in the truck with me, and they were just, and she was just like, M&M's, what are you wearing? Wait, M&M's, just what do you look like? Have one of your friends telling me what you look like, and my friend was just like, he's like if Mr. Clean if Mr. Clean had never worked out a day in his life and had glasses. 10 out of 10 would smash.
And Blind Girls just pointed out in the chat, and then I yelled, "Peter, you're gay, and I hate you."
The thing is Blind Girl went through a few nurses, didn't she? Because she pissed off the first one.
She pissed off more
Wasn't
than just
that
one.
also when she? Wasn't that also when she was like dragging her wasn't that one of the times where she dragged her IV rig downstairs so she could smoke?
That was the same day.
I
And
feel like that was one. I feel like that happened that day.
and hang on, according to Duck Dog, it's been 1 month since the NBA has been suspended. So, for any of you out there who enjoy baseball, it's a sad day. For the rest of us, however, okay.
Did you say baseball?
NBA
Yes.
is basketball, not
I
baseball.
was just thinking that.
Skittles. Think it through. What was my reaction to that news? Was I being serious?
I don't know. You cut out.
No, my reaction.
You just cut out, and then you just. Oh, on my end, you just cut out, and then you said, "Well, for anyone who's a fan of baseball."
No,
Okay,
my reaction was just okay.
I didn't hear that part. Cut
Right.
out on my end, so I didn't know.
Also,
I'm saying, like,
that was fucking hell. Good times though.
All right.
Yeah.
Interestingness. You have a good night, mate. You have a good night.
it's always a good time.
I
Always
swear.
a good time here.
You know, we need more days where everyone just fucks with each other like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm eating some cookies that I stole from my boss today. He was taking them to his kids, but he was taking them home. But you know what? Fuck him and his kids. He shouldn't get fucking chode.
He was taking him home to his kids, his wife, who've been sat there. They've not eaten for 3 days, but fuck him.
Fuck him and fuck them kids. He shouldn't have been a chode. Maybe he wasn't a cocksucker. He would still have these fucking cookies, and I wouldn't.
Damn. Oh yeah. I think
Blind
that
Girl,
was a
I'm
thing.
pretty sure you guys got me to sing Baby Shark. But probably not for an hour, but
Not for an hour, but yeah, definitely got her to sing Baby Shark.
Oh yeah, that happened several times. Also the boo doo 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 doo, na that went on for a while as well. It's like my friends were just sitting there just staring at me. They're just like, these are your friends? They're just like, where the fuck do you meet these people? I was like, the internet.
the internet is a weird and wonderful place.
Yeah, that was when she found out about about my Belgian friend who she wanted me to feel up his muscles for her, and I was just like, I'm not doing that.
Oh yeah, Elwin and I fucking heard.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was interesting. He was just like, wait, what? Like she was just like, feel up your Belgian friend's muscles for me, and he was just like, wait, what? I was just like, it sounds like she's on a lot of medications and painkillers right now. Just ignore it.
Yeah, I'm just talking to Batman. Leave me alone. I'll throw a shoe at you. I'll throw a shoe. I will throw a shoe.
Ink makes a great point. Don't ever try to explain any of this to anyone.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I did not even attempt to. I was just like, just go with it. One of them just rolled with it. The other one was just very confused by what was happening.
Just accept.
Naturally, it was the Belgian who was very confused by what was happening. The other one, turns out he ran like a moderate-sized shitpost account on Twitter before he got suspended. So he was very familiar with how all this worked. He's the only. Let me just put it this way: he's the only person I've ever met in real life who knows who Medicare is.
Damn.
What, do you mean Mr. Metaker or the website you took his name from?
Both.
I think it's yes.
Both.
I love the fact that Mr. Metaker has made so much not money for a start, but so much fame for himself using the name of a website that he hates.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, it was because the guy who ran that account, and I have one of my alts is actually that guy's picture. It's was just a guy who got trolls remorse and went and just fucking nuked everything. So he said the reason why he chose the name Medicare was just to fuck with that guy.
Yeah.
So, it probably annoys Jim that every time he just nukes a channel and starts again, everyone just immediately finds him again, and the channels just keep getting bigger.
They do, they get bigger and bigger every time he does it, don't they?
Yeah.
I think he's just given up at this point.
Yeah, it was like when they sent him when they asked for his address, send him the silver play button. He just put like a homeless shelter in Minnesota or Iowa. His address, just a homeless shelter. So some homeless dude probably was able to fence that for a nice score of heroin that day.
Well, either that or melt it down and smoke it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't watched a lot of Jim's stuff in the last few months.
Has he really done anything in the last?
Yeah, he's been streaming pretty consistently. It's just I've not seen any of it.
No. Yeah, I haven't seen him still. Also because it was about the Kung Flu. So it's not easy to find archives of it.
No.
Because usually what I would do is I would just say like, oh, Jim's streaming. And I'll just wait for one of the many archive channels to re-upload it tomorrow, so I can just skip through the 30 minutes of him reading super chats.
But even then, it's precisely that. I prefer his videos over his streams.
Definitely, definitely. His videos are much better than his live streams.
It's like, he's an entertaining personality, and all that, but the stream, the fucking reading out the donations kind of gets annoying.
Him being on other people's streams is absolutely hysterical.
Oh yeah, because that, like I say, the personality is fucking great.
Yeah, it's like he's like one of the people. It's like if I found out that if I was somewhere and I found out that Medicare was there, I would leave because I do not ever want to know what he looks like. He's like Dame Pesos or Drunkle in that regard. It's like I don't ever want to know what you actually look like.
Guys, I know what Drunkle looks like.
I know that Drunkle is a white dude with long hair. That's what I know about him. Although allegedly he was on a stream once where he left his webcam on for part of it, but you couldn't really see anything.
I like the way H2O Delirious does a face reveal every year, with it being fake. It's great.
Yeah. Fuck hell.
Anyway, right. With a couple of minutes left, I did want to reiterate what I said earlier about. Well, because I'm going to wrap the stream up now. But I did want to reiterate what I said earlier about like health workers and key workers in these times. Seriously, thank you so much for continuing to do what you do, and in the face of this as well.
I was using my 3D pen.
Really hard and really difficult, I understand, and especially some of the stories and some of the situations I've been hearing from, not just from the media and the news, but from people personally. Thank you very much. You're all awesome.
Yeah, respect to those that actually, because like you said, at this point in time, it is you endangering yourselves for potentially little gain. Really.
Yeah. You're carrying on because you need to carry on, and we need you to carry on, so thank you. Big Joe says no problem. That's cool. But yeah, thank you to everyone.
Mr. Scott wants us to wake him up before you go.
Well, you're the only one who...
I'll leave you hanging on like a yo-yo.
I don't really want to be talking about 80s references. Is that even 80s? That's probably
Is
earlier.
it because the 80s are 2 decades before... Wait, no, like 3 decades before you were born?
It'd be
Well,
two.
Peter was having like a nice wholesome, heartfelt moment, and then just in comes everyone else to just ruin it.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll just sum it up very quickly. Thank you. That's it. Really quickly, though, I'll drop the links to my co-host again from earlier, Michaela. This is her SoundCloud. Please go check her out and subscribe and all that. She does some really, really good ukulele covers of songs. There's also, obviously, the reason for me mentioning that a moment ago as well was this is Leona's channel. Go have a listen. She does poems and poetry and stuff like that. Does anyone else have anything to shill though? Let's see. Let's go down the list. Duck Dynasty, Mr. Misanthropic.
Sub to my channel. I do streams on Sundays, just absolute cancer. Waste 2 hours of your life making yourself feel a lot better because hey, at least you're not one of these people. But
because
anyway,
Schadenfreude is an amazing feeling.
Indeed. There will very likely not be a stream this week because I've got a couple IRL things going on, but I also have some other actual videos that are in the works right now, so keep an eye out for that. Yeah, pretty excited about it. So anyway, that's all I got.
That's fine. I've got to bring fucking Discord back up. Yeah, it's Jeeves and Wooster. That's you, Arms Killer.
Yes, I'm not fucking blind.
I hope not. That's Skills' girlfriend.
No,
did you just say Beyonce?
Yes.
All the single ladies. All the single ladies. Go on, Arms Killer.
Okay, okay. Sorry, before I actually show my channel, Kimbo Slice.
Oh, yes.
Okay, seriously though, I stream on Twitch. Yeah, I play video games, that's about it. You know, twitch.tv/ArmsKillerV2, that's about it. Just move on to Petrol Canister.
Petrol Canister or Green Thunder. Go for it.
I'm going to get back into streaming Fallout New Vegas eventually. I still have the save file, which I thought I would have lost, but apparently it's saved to cloud.
Yep. Anything else? Anything else you want to say?
Other than that, I do nothing.
What about the Insane Deviants on Wednesday afternoons?
Oh, that's on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wednesdays 10 Eastern. A fun time, just chill.
In short, if you're on my Discord, all these guys, I believe you're all in my bot. So whenever they go live or whenever they post a new video, it pops up in a channel called Shilomatic. Yeah, thank you. I couldn't remember what it was called then.
I don't think you have my Twitch channel on there. You have my YouTube on there.
No, I do. No, I do, Arms. It pops up in there. Yeah, you're in the bot. So, yeah. Whenever they go live or whenever they put a video in, there's quite a few other people and a few much bigger, like, creators who I have no connection to, but I just happen to like them appear in there as well, like Digitizer and Ashens and Octavius.
Also, yeah, thank you, Mr. Scott. He was just congratulating me on my pronunciation of Kimbo Slice.
Alright. Well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. Thank you, everyone, tonight. Thank you for coming out. I'll be back next week. God knows what we'll do. I'll think of something. However, in the meantime, you can catch me tomorrow afternoon, maybe, over on Twitch, playing some random games. I don't know what yet. Yeah, so I'm shilling the stream. I don't know whether it will happen or what I'm going to do, but
I like it.
Yeah. But yeah, tomorrow afternoon, possibly a stream. If not, I'll be back on Twitch on Tuesday for definite. That's a definite one. Also, keep your eye on my channel as I will be releasing quite a few videos this week. Just, they just might be a bit shorter than usual. Although there are a couple of really long ones I've got planned. Thank you for watching, everyone. Thank you to everyone who's been on. Thank you to Pumpkin Trucker as well, who you can subscribe to from my channel page. For popping in.
Also known as Trucker Matt, so anyone concerned about the...
I believe it's Trucker Matt I've got on my channel page. So...
Yeah, it'd be Trucker Matt, even though he does have the second channel, Pumpkin Trucker.
Have a good night, everyone. Peace out. Peace off. And get out of my pub, will you?
Alright, cunt.
Sex!